doing it in the name of their religion. The operation to come into Israel was called Operation Al-Aqsa Flood. Okay, and the
Mm.
argument is that they want to take back Jerusalem from the Zionist entity. So
Do you
these are
really
not the
think
same. I don't think that we should. I'm not, to be honest, I'm not even going to
yeah.
entertain a conversation where we're comparing the military,
No, no,
an
no, no,
organized
I'm not saying
military,
that.
to a terrorist group. They are
But you,
terrorists.
you, you really think, Bianca, that October the 7th, they're going to liberate Jerusalem on October the 7th? You really believe that?
No, of course not. Of course they weren't going to be able to.
Exactly, right? So that's not a point that you should be making, that on October the 7th, they're
No, but
able
you
to
brought
liberate
October the
Jerusalem.
7th into it.
Okay, what I'm saying to is Bianca, you can't want it for you and then you don't want it for others. Okay, you can't go invade the Golan Heights and you say that's ours. Okay, it's part of Israel now because the Druze are there, and you take a bit of this land, you take a bit of this land, you take a bit of this land, because one day the coin might flip, and I hope it doesn't, right? For your sake, for Israel, I hope the coin doesn't flip. Because if the coin flips and America lets you guys go and people do it back to you, that logic is gonna go against you. That's
Well,
all I'm saying.
I'm not worried
Okay.
about that. I'm not worried about that
Mm.
right now. Either way, if let's say the IDF was going in and doing what Hamas did on October 7th, I wouldn't support that means of war. That's for sure. But I would support them going and fighting to get the land back and fighting another military to do it. Just not men and innocent men, women, and children. So I think that
Mm.
that's the difference. When Hamas came over, they went after civilians. They went
So,
after murdering
so,
civilians. And
so
again, this isn't something that you can even compare. The Palestinians didn't build anything here. I'm sorry to say.
mm. Okay.
There was no government, there was no infrastructure, there were no hospitals, there was nothing that could compare to what the Jewish people did here. They set down their roots and they created this country and turned it into something. And because of the Jewish people, the Palestinians were able to populate and develop just the same. So I don't understand how it's an issue. They can try, but what do they
Okay.
have to do it? They have
So
nothing except terror
Bianca,
groups.
if you're a Palestinian, Bianca, and you saw the Israeli plane coming above you and unalives your father, your mother, your sister, your brother, and your pet dog as well, right?
Sure.
Are you gonna call that plane or the pilot or the IDF or the representation, you as a Palestinian, are you gonna call them a schmerist? Or you're gonna be like, oh, it's an army, like it's okay, like it's
Well,
an army, it's a plane. So
the problem
are
is
you gonna do that, or what are you gonna do?
the
Just
problem
curious.
is there's no accountability on the Palestinian side for understanding what's going on. Yes, bad things have happened, terrible things have happened, but it's because from the very beginning their leaders have done nothing to try to assimilate into the society that
But I want you
exists.
to answer me,
They've
Bianca. I
never
want you to answer
accepted
me.
it, but it doesn't matter because if you're not
You have to say it
accepting,
does matter.
no, it
You're not
doesn't.
being,
It
but
because it
Bianca, you're
wouldn't
not
have
being
happened.
empathetic.
It
You're not
wouldn't
being
have
empathetic,
happened. No,
right?
there's a very difference. If we're talking about politics, we have to talk about what the truth is, and the truth is that
It's okay for a plane to unalive a
their
kid, but it's
leaders,
not okay for the other way around. Correct?
their
I just get it.
leaders. No, I'm answering you. Their leaders never accepted the fact that Israel won, that Israel's established, and to recognize Israel. And so what happens is when you create an entire population of people who want to, or not an entire, but a large portion of them are willing to blow themselves up in the name of their religion to take back this land, what you're doing is you're setting people up to die. Now, do I think that it's great and it's wonderful and it's fair when civilians are killed? Absolutely not. I think it's horrible. But at the end of the day, there's an ideology that was established before that that is causing them to do this. If they would just surrender and say, we need to figure out how to live with these people and stop promoting this radicalism here, then people would die less because there would be less resistance. Then they could live a
Mm.
normal life. They don't want
So,
to they don't want to live a normal life because they're under this idea that they can somehow win it back. They cannot win it back. They've tried to win it back many times with the help of other armies. They've never succeeded. So they need to
okay.
accept, assimilate, or leave.
Okay, so if they accept you, would you give them Israeli citizenship?
Listen, to be honest, I agree with the Smotrich plan. I agree with the Smotrich
You
plan.
wouldn't.
I think it works
Bianca, you
fantastic.
wouldn't, right? You
No,
wouldn't.
do
You
you
know
know what
you
the
would.
wait? Do you know what the Smotrich plan is?
Listen, don't get me into this historical stuff. But listen,
No, it's
I'm
not
saying to you,
historical. Smotrich is
I don't
now.
know.
He's a
Sorry,
minister
whatever. What?
now.
I don't like him. I don't like the guy. I don't. What's
Okay,
his name?
well, but
Smotrich.
his
Smotrich.
plan is good.
اخو منيوكه اخو
Yeah,
شرموطه
but he has a
Smotrich. I
good
can't
plan,
stand
and
him.
I agree with it. I agree with his
Yeah,
plan.
he's a حيوان and he's a
So
donkey and no one even takes him.
his plan
Like
is
I
offer
misheard you.
people. I'll explain to you. His plan is to offer
Mm.
first offer the people who are not willing to assimilate into or integrate
You
into
saw what he said
Israeli
about Jesus,
society.
Bianca? Do you see what he said about Jesus or not?
We're talking about politics right now.
Oh, so it's okay for him to talk about politics but curse Jesus at the same time or support him, correct?
I don't think it's support him. What do you mean support him?
Well, you agree with his shit plan, even though he's a demon.
There's
So,
some people that say things that I don't like, but I can still say they're
okay.
right about something. So his plan is
Not when it
correct.
comes to Jesus. If he says something about Jesus, he needs to be
Then everything he says is wrong. Everything he says is wrong.
he needs to be circumcised again, but this time the
Maybe
whole
he
lot.
does.
You
Sure,
understand what I
sure.
mean? Yeah.
Okay, that's
Mhm.
fine. But his plan is correct, and I think it's in the best interest of Israel. Offer everybody the option to leave and have the government give you money to do so. For those who don't want to leave, whatever's left, to divide them into two groups. One of them is going to be people who are still going to try to resist. And then the other are people who are going to be willing to play ball, assimilate, integrate, get educated in Israeli schools. They'll be able to establish their own like judicial systems and their own little governments in their own villages, and slowly but surely over the next few decades, slowly bring them into Israeli society and give them citizenship. Now, the people who don't want to and continue wanting to be terrorists, hunt them down and kill them. That's the
So
I
you
think that's
think
the best plan.
so you think they can have citizenship?
I think the ones who are willing to leave behind radicalist ideology and be Israelis, yeah, sure. And
And
why
how are
not?
you going to determine that exactly? You're going to do an interview or
Oh,
like
well,
what if
that's
they change their mind or
usually people who are radicals here don't it's first of all, they have a history that is recorded and documented within the Shabak, their families, their lines, their brother. I mean, we have a great intelligence system here to determine that. Also, you see by their actions. Are they going to schools? Are they sending their children to schools with Israeli curriculums? Are they radicals? This is all something that can be investigated.
Nice talking to you, Bianca. I hope all of us have more discussions. Dave, thank you for having me. I do have to go now, but
Coptic, be good, brother.
yeah, thank you, Dave. God bless America, and I'm happy the war ended for your sake, Dave. Even though I don't believe it ended, I think it's going to start again because I think Bibi Netanyahu is going to keep hitting Hezbollah, and that's going to make Iran go to shit again. So don't get your hopes up, Dave. Okay, don't get your hopes up, Habibi. I don't want you to be disappointed. Okay.
You got it,
So I
brother.
just thought I'd let you know. Thanks for having me.
Thank you. All right. So, your thoughts on that conversation, Bianca?
My thoughts on it?
Yeah.
I think it's crazy that and this is the problem with the fucking war. It's now created a situation where we can now give legitimacy to, and this is why I said we don't need to fucking enter this. Now we have people legitimizing or making it seem like Hamas is some sort of military force. Like, what the fuck? And then we have to get on TikTok and do Hasbara and fight against these points that are so crazy. Hamas is not a fucking military, and they have no right to take what they didn't fucking build. Jewish people built this country from the ground up. The swamps, the desert, the seas, everything that exists here can be owed to the Jewish people that came and established it. There are more trees in Israel now than there were 100 years ago because of Jewish people. We now have water in a desert because of Jewish people. We're able to grow food because of Jewish people, hospitals, universities. It's all because of the Jews. And then now people can come and say, we want to take it back because of the land. But you didn't do anything to make it what it is.
I've
They
never
had all
once
that
heard the
before.
argument about trees.
No, but they had that before.
No, they
Jackie,
didn't.
Jackie, you're
No.
still Jackie, you were loading. Will you come back up? It was loading.
Can you imagine? Okay, like, have you seen images of like Saudi Arabia or like, any desert? Okay. And imagine it being a complete barren wasteland and then becoming an amazing, beautiful, gorgeous, luscious oasis. Okay. And then somebody coming that never wanted to make a deal with you after giving them ample opportunity after opportunity to do something. Let's make a deal and you can benefit from us. We will help you build your own country. We will help you build whatever you need. You can access our resources. And we're them saying, no, I'm not making a deal with you Jews.
But
And
they're not going to
then,
help them build their
and
own
then one
country.
second, first, I don't think you know, Jackie, I don't think you know history about the conflict to know that.
What do you mean? Right now, they're not going to help them build a Palestine.
No, we're not talking. No, now it's too fucking late. I'm talking about in the beginning. I'm talking about 100 years ago, 80 years ago. That's what I'm talking about. They were offered from the early 1900s so many chances, so many opportunities, but they rejected it every fucking time. And so now you want to cry when you see a thriving country with the GDP, one of the second or third in the entire, Middle East, behind oil countries. Do you understand? We have the second or third highest GDP next to oil countries. That's insane because of the Israeli brain. So
they had hospitals,
Bianca,
they had
it's
schools,
double
they had
no,
the
they
GDP
didn't.
of Qatar.
No,
yes,
Jackie,
Bianca, you're not gonna say they didn't. The church had them there.
Prove it.
Go Google it.
Prove it.
Google.
I don't need to Google it. You Google. You're making the point. There's no fucking way.
I've literally seen pictures before.
Okay,
by the
bring
way,
it. I want to see it.
Okay, I'll send
because
it to you.
Even if they did have hospitals, even if they did have hospitals, I promise you they weren't as good as the Jewish ones.
It does. I don't give a flying fuck, but they had that. Don't discredit. I'm sorry, you're not going to discredit the Christians. What you're doing, they had schools, they had hospitals.
I'm sorry, the Christians weren't big enough. Oh, do you know what was going on to Christians back in those times?
Yes, I know. But they did have schools and hospitals. I don't care. You're not going to
Christians coming here. I don't know what you're even arguing. Okay, so they had some shitty hospitals.
Yes, yeah, it doesn't matter. Don't make it seem like they had nothing.
But you're focusing on the wrong thing. Whether you like it or not, the Jewish people are the reason that hospitals developed. If the population couldn't grow past 1 million people for 2,000 years, and the Jews being here 80 years has multiplied their population 5 times, why do you think that happened?
Are you talking about the Jewish people themselves?
No, I'm talking about the Palestinians. They were able to multiply 5 times after the Jews came.
You understand that they multiply no matter what, right?
Did you just hear what I said? Look, I want you to listen to the numbers I just said. Over 2,000 years, they were capped at less than 1 million. They couldn't. There was no way for them to.
Years, Bianca?
Over 2,000 years, they were capped at 1 million. They couldn't get larger than that. When the Jews came and they brought their infrastructure, their plumbing, their agricultural skills, their hospitals, their medical advancements, their agricultural advancements, they were able to make all people here have better lives, develop better cities, and continue populating over 5 times in the past 80 to 100 years. That was because of the Jewish people. There's no way to argue that because what I just said, after only 80 years, we have the second or third highest GDP in the region with no oil. Do you understand how crazy that is? That means the Israeli brain was able to do that. So if there were shitty hospitals or schools there, okay, but it wasn't enough to sustain a population as big as today's.
Okay, well,
otherwise they would have been able to develop more.
Okay, wonderful. That's great. No one's taking that away, but you're not going to discredit the fact that there were people.
I didn't say there weren't people.
No. There weren't people who had built hospitals, had built colleges. They did what they had. And by the way, I looked up. Oh, I'm so sorry they weren't good enough, Bianca. But
nothing to be sorry about. But you're coming to argue and act like the Jewish people didn't do shit.
I never said they didn't.
So what is your argument?
My argument is don't discredit the people that were there before.
But that's a feelings thing. It's not about discrediting. They discredit themselves because they weren't able to sustain the population growth.
No, Bianca, I looked up the 7th century. It literally says 2 million. And then you look up the 19th century. It went down a little bit. And then you if you go through, you'll see the population.
I want you to check in 1900s. What was the population in 1900s?
About 1.5 million under the Ottoman Empire.
Wait, Arab or Arab and Jewish?
Arab.
I've never seen that number.
Empire.
I've never seen that number, but either way, it's around 1 million. I've never seen a number more than 1 million.
Okay, well,
I don't know what your source is. I don't know what the source is that's saying that.
You literally can look it up. My thing is, I've seen pictures beforehand. I've seen pictures after. Yes, the Jewish people came in and did their thing, but you're not going to sit there and say that before.
So you can
that
say that they have to give it back to the Palestinians after
no,
they.
I don't. Can you not put words in my mouth and let me?
No, but that's the argument. That's the argument,
not. I'm not
Jackie.
continuing Coptic's argument. I'm not Coptic. Does it say Coptic? All I'm saying is don't discredit the people that were here before. I'm sorry. Christians everywhere they go, they establish schools, they establish hospitals. That's pretty much it.
That wasn't.
And also, Hamas is technically, quote unquote, a military wing. Like it can't be it can't be convenient to argue that this is a war because Hamas is a military and then flip it and say no, they're just terrorists. No, like keep it consistent. Yes, they are a military. They're a shitty terrorist military, but they are a military.
But they're not a military because they're not. They're first of all, to be a military, you're bound by international law.
But you don't agree with international law.
I don't care if I agree with international law. There's a definition. It's not. Okay, I don't just define things because I don't like it. It's a definition. A military is a state-authorized, structured armed force bound by international law to protect it. No, I said my opinion when it comes to Israel's right to self-determination it's international law doesn't impact or have any bearing on whether I believe Israel has the right to self-determine. Now, separately from that, though, if people do believe in international law, then you are bound by the definitions that include it. So that's a consistent argument. I don't give a fuck. But when it comes to what something is, if something is bound by international law, by definition, then it's bound by international law. Hamas is not that.
They literally, like, I really don't get how when not just you, but other people that will debate this, it depends on the context, but the goalposts move so much, and whether or not they're a military group, not a military group, terrorists with sandals, they had people with machine guns, they had all of these equipment to come in. Oh no, they were just random people in the back of a truck. Like, I'm sorry, like it's just all over the place.
Wait, what do you mean?
If Israel were to go into those lands, I would definitely be like, yeah, no, they need to learn their lesson. You can believe that they can take over those countries. I don't believe it. If that happens, I'm sorry, that's where it's a religious war.
Well, I mean, they've tried like 5 times before and it didn't work. Yeah, well, maybe it'll work the next time. If it does, then I'm not going to act like they don't conquer the land and they are not going to establish. I mean, this has happened.
Well, I hope all the Christians return and fight back.
All right, let Daniel get in. Daniel, what do you got?
Well, the mood kind of passed. I'm kind of disappointed. I'm kind of salty now. But I was going to talk about how I was going to prove to Coptic that Jews are indigenous to that land.
You guys aren't. You know that, right? But Coptic doesn't argue that.
I had something to say to Flower about that.
Wait, aren't we going back to the Flower argument?
Wait, I didn't want to say something to her about that because that was the other point that I thought she was so wrong. Do you know that both Jews and Arabs here both have a mixture of 50% Canaanite DNA? So if you're going based on that, then she's also supporting the fact that they have the right to self-determine here.
She was wrong. She had no argument for anything I said. But no, I wasn't going to go back to Flower, but I was just going to, it's not an opinion. This is the thing is that if I'll say something is an opinion, I mean, I'll admit it. It's not. It shouldn't be up for debate who's indigenous. It is a fact that Jews are indigenous to that land.
But so are the Levantine, what you consider Arabs. There are a lot of people that can trace their indigeneity back as far as Jews can, and probably even further. So I really don't get how, like, that argument, I'm sorry, it doesn't work. And also, Israel would never give that many Arab citizenship. It would outbalance their Jewish majority. Like, it just wouldn't happen.
Yeah, I know it won't happen. But the people you're talking about can barely trace a straight line. What I'm talking about is fact that has nothing to do with DNA. I'm not talking about DNA because the criteria to establish indigeneity has nothing to do with DNA. I can bring DNA studies too that prove that Jews belong to that land.
Then you guys can't even prove it. Like, I'm sorry, you can only go back so much before you can't keep track of who your ancestors were, especially those that come from the Holocaust. A lot of people's, like, their family documentation destroyed, burned, gone. So, like, those arguments can be used against you guys too.
True, that's not true.
And you're talking about And you're talking about
It's very
specific
easy.
people.
Wait,
I'm
okay,
talking
so
about
I
Jews
had
in general.
I literally watched a Jew argue the fact that all of their family's shit got burned, and she had to like buy the
Yeah, well, then she's wrong. She doesn't know how to argue it because I can
And
argue
no,
that
and
very
maybe
it's her
her
easily.
own
and maybe
stuff.
her stuff
Yeah,
did,
but
but
she's
maybe
wrong.
her.
She doesn't. No, but you can't. Generally speaking, for Jewish people or Ashkenazi people, it's not difficult to find out genetically who they belong to, who they're related to. Harvard
Yeah,
did a
you're talking about
study.
specific instances, though.
Wait,
That's
yeah,
possible, but Jews as a whole, it's not like all their stuff got burned.
Wait, can I want to finish what I'm saying. So Harvard did
Sorry,
a
go ahead.
study. They went back to one of the central Ashkenazi towns because Ashkenazi people just come from Germany. They went back to one of the ancient Ashkenazi towns and they did something kind of controversial. They exhumed graves and took DNA samples from the bones of Ashkenazi Jews in that town.
That's not what I once. He just said not DNA, and I'm
I wanna
saying
finish.
by paper wise.
Okay, well, paper-wise, it doesn't matter because you can just use DNA. So what they did was they
DNA
went
is
back to these
convenient
towns.
now.
You're arguing something I never argued. That's not my argument. I think you should use DNA. So they went back to the town and they found that half the population of people, not only obviously are, and this is easy to track, come back, Ashkenazis today go back to them, but half of the population of that town had genetic markers from four original women, and these women
Italian
are all
women.
traced back. No, all these women have DNA tracing back to the Levant. So it proves that these people are Jewish and they are Middle Eastern.
I thought it was the men that traced back. Why are people
Was it?
threatening
I'm pretty sure. I thought it was women, but either way, I mean, the point is that they found that their ancestors. The reason is it's because of the bottleneck that they've continued having children within their community that it makes it more difficult to see it now with their DNA from today. But when they went back to those towns, exhumed them, they realized that yeah, they are.
But I thought it was men that were from the
It could have
Middle
been
East,
men. It could have been men.
I'm pretty sure.
It could have been men. It could have been men. Maybe I got the men and women confused. But the point is that they come back from the Middle East.
Yeah, no, I have to go. Actually, give me a second.
Okay, so where are we going with this?
I don't know.
Okay.
Dave, these are the same people that if I say black people are the original people of the planet, they try to argue that. These are the same people. These are the same people who say, you know what, Julian, you weren't in slavery. Well, I can say the same thing. 90% of the damn people that live in Israel, they weren't in concentration camps. I'm sitting here and I'm enjoying the fact, I'm going to say it again. I'm enjoying the fact that I get to watch Israel fall. I get to watch America be humiliated for getting into some shit that I said America shouldn't get into. And I'm sitting here listening to Jackie. And the only reason you're talking like this, Jackie, right now is because you see Israel is losing. So you're jumping off the bandwagon. But you were on the bandwagon with all of this shit.
I jumped
now
off the
all of a
bandwagon
sudden you're
when
so
they hit
smart.
Qatar.
You jumped off what?
I jumped off the bandwagon when they hit Qatar. In my eyes, the government never actually cared about the hostages. So
the minute you said you were a Christian, you shouldn't have never been on the bandwagon. You're a phony.
Wait, Julian. Let me break it to you. I still think they have the right to defend themselves and they have a right to go back to their homeland just like anyone else. But guess what? I now am not going to be insensitive to people that can trace themselves back to the same area. And if they call themselves Palestinian, then I'm going to be respectful of them as well. Just like I believe Kurds can get their own land in the Iranian mountains.
Right. But I'm laying out the hypocrisy in you. When you talk to me,
what
you talk about black
hypocrisy?
people,
It's not hypocrisy.
I'm going to lay it out for you. When you talk about black people in the disrespectful way you've done since the day I met you, you're not respecting the fact that this country that you live in, this country
Julian,
that you enjoy. There you go. That's why we're going to knock your fucking head off, bitch. That's exactly why.
Why are you saying that?
That's exactly why.
You ain't gonna do shit, you fucking degenerate.
See, this is what you don't understand. But Dave understands. White people who've been here for hundreds of years, they understand that we don't fucking play. We are people of resistance, and that day is coming very soon. And you're going to be in the United States when that happens.
Go back to jail.
Okay, that's your answer. This is exactly why one day you only talk like that on TikTok because you understand in person.
Bitch, I'll
you
say
can't
it to your
talk like
face.
that.
Come to California.
No, bitch, come on, shut up, bitch.
Can I ask you a question? You know how pathetic you sound?
Stop
Who are
everything
it.
you
you
asking the
say
Every
question
single
to,
girlfriend
Daniel?
I got,
to
every single
Julian.
girlfriend I
Uh,
got would drag your ass. Every
all
single
right,
Yeah,
one.
I'll
Julian,
drag
hold
them
on,
and your
And
Daniel.
you know
mother.
it.
I'll
Hold
With
on,
your
drag them
And
weak
see,
and your
ass.
mother. Don't
I wanted to
worry.
tell Jackie something too, but Julian, you understand that everything, dude. You ever think about how you sound? Everything you say ends with "one day you'll see." You know how pathetic that
Absolutely.
sounds.
That's promised by
Absolutely,
God.
one day you'll
That's
see.
promised. Read Genesis 15:13. That's promised by God. Just like I promised you what Iran would do.
Okay,
That's
sure.
promised, bro. And I'll be here. Listen, I
I
told
promise you,
Jay
you're a
2 years
moron,
ago, I'll
and
be
I
here
promise
when it
you, you're a
happens.
moron.
I don't give a damn.
Okay, just say inshallah. Okay,
God,
just
no, no. Well, I can say it how I want to say it. The fact of the matter is, if you call yourself a Christian and you support this, then you have to admit that America's under the divine judgment of God, not Israel,
Yeah, America's
America.
evil. America's evil too.
okay.
What's your point?
And Jackie, what I wanted to tell
I
you
can
is that
say that
you
you can't.
should,
You came to
I
America.
can say whatever the fuck I
Julian, just give
want.
me 2 seconds, please, and I'll drop. Jackie, you should look into the Palestinians who say that they have ties to that land. You should look at how their identity came about in the first place, because it
I'm not
didn't.
talking about the Palestinian identity. They identify as Palestinian. It's a made up thing. But the people that actually, I'm sorry, the Christians have like the Christian, they're not, I mean, they're Levantine. They have a huge tie to that land just as much as Jews do because they can trace themselves back
Yeah, I
further than
agree.
some
I
Jews.
agree with that 100%. I believe that they're
And,
ancient Israelites that stayed, and God allowed them to stay because they believed in Jesus.
No, but
and
even
whoever
before becoming
says
that.
and whoever says that Israel doesn't have defined borders, it doesn't make any sense to me because the nations that surround it are sovereign countries. So if Syria has borders, Lebanon has borders, Egypt has borders, for example, and they all border Israel, then
You
Israel
keep
has
going into
borders.
people's borders.
Okay,
I'm sorry, that's the whole
but
point. You guys keep
I know,
fucking up
but
your own borders.
if you no, we don't. But if you attack Israel, if you decide to cross one of those so-called undefined borders, we all know what happens. So maybe animals need to stop attacking Israel.
But when the
Oh, there
day,
we
and this
go.
is what
There we
Coptic
go.
was saying, when the day that shit flips and America backs out from supporting you guys and Arab countries step in to support other Arab countries, when Israel gets dragged, like you guys are gonna have to be consistent. You know that, right?
It'd be
Yeah,
interesting if you said
but
that 2 years ago. It's easy for you to say that shit today.
Julian, stop
You
being
weren't
so
talking
That's
about this
more of
two
a
salty.
years ago.
reality today, Julian. That's why I think.
Well, but see, listen. Anybody can jump on. I don't get on you, Dave, because you're not religious. But all of these so-called people who read the Bible and shit, they don't fucking understand Scripture, bro. I've been right. You know why? Because I understand Scripture. And when I say you're getting ready to get fucked up, that ain't coming from Julian. It's coming from God.
you've been
God
saying it for
has to.
3 years.
God doesn't talk to
Oh
you.
no.
God is very
No,
silent with
I,
you.
I call. I read
You've been
Scripture. You
saying it for
don't,
3 years, though.
Yeah,
and it's
yeah, yeah.
happening. We're watching it happen. I don't look so crazy now. It's happening right before our eyes. You just refuse to accept it.
I thought it's going to happen. I thought one day you'll see it's going to happen. So
Yeah,
is it
one day,
happening now,
one
or
day,
is it going to
wait,
happen one
one day,
day?
one step at, listen, one step at a time. One day, 3 years later, today, we see America
Mhm.
getting pushed out of the Middle East. You all laughed at that. Looked impossible, huh?
No, I don't
Nothing's
think America's
impossible.
getting pushed
Nothing.
out.
Nobody's
No,
being
no, no,
pushed
no, no,
out.
no. I
What?
don't think they're getting pushed
What?
out. I think we're gonna have more bases in the Middle East
No, you're
coming up.
not.
Yeah,
No,
the fuck
watch, I'll
we
get you.
are. We're not
Okay,
gonna be relying
okay.
on these countries.
I'll,
We're gonna have
I'm
our
going to
own
quote you.
intelligence.
I'm going to quote you. I'm going to quote you.
Okay, keep it
Those
quoted.
bases will not be rebuilt. Those
We're gonna
countries
have
don't want
more.
America to.
We're gonna have more.
Where? Who's going to allow it?
All over, all over. All these
Okay,
Arab
yeah,
countries that are coming
you
to the
sound
table.
stupid as hell.
Iran's coming to the table. We're
You
gonna have
you
one in
need to
Iran too.
convert to
Watch. Mark
you
my
need to
words.
convert you need to convert to Judaism so I can call you a
I
Jupid
would
stew. Because
rather
you
have
sound stupid as
my
hell.
head cut off.
Yeah. You know what? You should be
Julian
concerned
calling
about
everybody else
Syria.
dumb,
That's what
but thinking that dinosaurs are black. Dude, you don't know
Wait,
anything.
did he
You
that's a
say
just talk
that?
that's a
shit.
that's a Zio deflection tactic. I've
Wait, did
never
he
seen
say?
that.
Hold on. Did he say dinosaurs were black?
The fact
I
that you even
never
Did
asked
heard
I
that
say
that.
shows
dinosaurs
what
are black? Wait,
Julian.
No, she
The
asked you a
fact that you
question.
even asked
She
is
asked you
I
a
was
awesome,
just
question.
Jackie.
asking because I
No,
That's
this
knew
is
he
his
was
awesome.
way
saying
of debate.
something
See,
like
he
this.
can't.
Because you wouldn't
See,
be
listen.
surprised if he said that,
You
right?
can't,
Because he's a
bro. You can't
moron.
fucking,
He's
bro,
just
Exactly.
a
bro,
moron.
bro. Me saying dinosaurs are black are like you saying that the Jews are the original people in that area. You're not, bro. You're not. You sound way more fucking stupid trying to say some shit I didn't say because you can't fucking debate me. So why don't you go back and get one of your counterparts and come up here and let's have a real fucking debate?
Can you just answer the question now that she actually asked seriously, though? Were dinosaurs black, Julian?
Of course they
Just for
were.
the
Yeah,
record.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Just for your stupidity, yeah, they were black. Now can we move on?
Yes. Yeah, we
Dumbass.
can.
With your stupid ass.
I
Did
didn't.
you say
Why are you
I'm
so
the
dinosaurs were
one.
aggressive?
Muslim too?
I am the one who sat up here and told you what would happen in this war. Not because I'm smart, because I'm in tune with scripture, dumbass. I'm in tune with
Oh.
scripture. None of
In
you
tune.
so-called
Yeah,
religious.
Julian, you're very in tune. Listen, I'm gonna drop, but I just want to tell
Yeah,
Dave, dude, I was
get
actually
your
trying to be
losing ass up
respectful to
out of here.
you because Flower and Leo were blonde, so I was just trying to just be respectful about it. That's all.
No, it's
Yeah.
all good.
Look,
Listen, it is what it is. But I appreciate
I was
recognizing the blonde privilege.
exactly that's all I was trying to do. But okay,
He
thank
would
you
have
for
came
having
back
me.
up.
take your dumb ass. Get your dumb ass up out of here.
Stop!
Yeah,
Don't talk
sure.
shit as he's leaving.
Fight the power, Julian. Good luck.
Yeah,
Thanks, man.
yeah,
Because
yeah.
I wonder.
See,
I wonder.
notice they never engage me, Dave. They won't engage me in scripture. They won't do it, bro. You heard nobody, Dave. You heard nobody tell you America does not need to do this. It's going to be fucked up for us. We're going to lose this war. Nobody but me. And I'm not saying it because I'm fucking psychic. I'm saying it because I understand what's happening in scripture.
Wait, what did you
You
predict?
guys
That's correct.
make fun. And listen, you make fun of the whole alien thing and UFO. You're going to see that too. Don't you see the government is already trying to prepare the people for that?
They're
They're
demons.
meeting with religious leaders to do what? To change this whole concept of God.
No,
And
they're
scripture.
me. No, there's priests calling it out. They're demons. Aliens are demons.
Okay, see there you go. See there you go. Aliens are demons. Okay. We'll see.
Anyways, Dave, what? How do you
We'll
think the
see.
conversation?
All right, so I wasn't on. I wasn't on Friday night. I was on for a short time. Then I went to the other app. Saturday, I was in San Antonio, and then whatever. So, but just a couple highlights that I must have missed. Just going through the old Telegram. One comment: Michael Haas went on a witch hunt against you and Bianca. Michael Haas has been on a witch hunt versus me, and it is what it is. I ignore it. Michael's a good dude. Let's see what this one is. OMG, Michael Haas is a psychopath. Key Lime is a loser. Anushka is nuts. Lionheart was using my prompt. Meanwhile, I don't even see my prompt anywhere. Oh, I do see it now. And Bombi said she was bored. So I don't see much here. I see a few comments on the beautiful Erin and what she is up to these days. It was boring. Well, that's why I'm back, and it just says once again, dear dumb fucks. Just because these appear in a court case or a book does not mean they do not appear in your religious text. So the question I have, very simply, wait, Jackie typing in the chat, a legit hooker. Which one of these don't appear in your religious text? You could deflect all you want. You could do whatever, however you want to do it, but that does not mean they're not in your religious text. So why are we doing this? Why are we deflecting all over the place, saying it appeared here and there and everywhere, but not saying or admitting that it's in the religious text? Why do you think that is? Can anybody answer that? Anybody? Nobody. So nobody wants to answer. I tried once again to get answers, and nobody wants to give them to me. Can you address the who said this? Where was it? No, that's not it. Michael Haas went on a witch hunt against you and Bianca. I thought you and M. Haas were BFFs once again.
Oh my god, I'm just sick and tired of these goys. These bootlicking goys. I can't. There's a few of them on this app that, like, I don't know. So it's creating goy on goy violence.
Okay, but what?
Yeah.
What? How did he go on a witch hunt?
Oh, I was holding I had like a, I was hosting a Talmud live, and a Shabbos goy decided to come up and say that, first of all, why are you doing this? Mind you, the conversation was actually a beautiful conversation. I don't know if you remember, prior to like all the drama, do you remember I used to host like religious lives all the time and talk with like Jewish people about religion and stuff? Do you remember those?
Vaguely, they were quite boring to me, but
But you know I held them all the time.
Yes. Okay.
Okay. Well, apparently, some people who, I don't know what the fuck was going on with them, but I guess they didn't know that. And so, because I said, oh, I have questions about the Talmud or something, because I actually want to talk about something else, they assumed, I guess, that it was kind of like an extension of like the, what you have on here. And so they even, Window came up, a few other people came, but so the Shabbos goy came and he basically said, why are you doing this? Cut the whole conversation. Probably wasn't in there for more than a minute. We were having a beautiful discussion, religious. And why are you doing this? What are you perpetuating? Again, had no idea what we were talking about. And then starts to say that apparently the Tree of Life shooter, one of the exhibits of what prompted him to do what he did was because he received like this PDF with a list of, like, you remember what Coptic and Kapora showed, that the black one with like the white letters on it, and
No.
when the whole there was like this thing, I guess it's around the internet. So he goes, that was one of the reasons. And I said, well, I don't know fully the whole story. You're more than welcome to send it to me, but I'm in the middle of a discussion, learning and wanting to be educated about stuff that was happening during the Second Temple period. So that's it. The conversation ended there. He did send me the stuff, and the question that I had for him that I just didn't understand, I didn't understand this argument, because if these things are not written, I think it would be one thing to argue, how could Dave say these things when they're libelous or blood libels, meaning they're not real? So I asked him, I said, are you going to then go to every Jewish, if you have a problem with Dave talking about it, are you then going to go to Jewish communities around the world and, admonish them and tell them that they're not allowed to have these things or teach these things in their religious institutions? Are you going to go to, I think he passed away, but Rabbi Ovadia Yosef taught these things. There are other Jewish people who believe these things. So are you going to go as a Shabbos goy and tell them that they're wrong for believing what they're believing? Because essentially, if these things are written within these religious texts, then your issue is with what's written, not the people who are talking about it. No? Isn't that so? Then he said that I'm a disgusting person, which I think is very strange, and I'm not Christ-like.
He said that to you?
Yeah, he said, you're disgusting, which I think, first of all, when somebody disagrees with you and
She's talking about Michael Haas, Daniel. You said it a few times. I answered you in the chat. Go ahead. Continue.
Yeah, I think when you're taking the time to hear somebody out, and when you disagree with their position and explain to them why you disagree with their position, and their response is you're disgusting, it's weird to speak to women that way and then use Jesus as a justification. So I just said, you're pathetic, and then he goes, you're blocked forever.
Oh,
and
no.
Yeah. So, you continue being the Shabbos goys of TikTok. I don't know how that's going to benefit your walk with Christ. You should be just and you should be fair. Right is right and wrong is wrong. And that's it. I don't understand.
And I don't get as well, because I saw him on Daniela's live when she was kind of digging into the scripture in regards to like the Catholic Church and all the saints, and he was sitting there engaging, talking, being cool. Like, where was that energy for other people? I don't understand why he just seems to have energy for you. That's very strange. Doesn't make any sense to me. I don't understand it.
Why do you think it is, Bianca? Or Bombi? Why do you think, before Bianca answers, if she has an answer?
No, I think it is because I don't know if it's down to religion or if it's down to what he presumes is like some sort of loyalty that he has towards, a specific community on TikTok. But I think like if you're gonna be fair and you're gonna police what people are saying or what people are doing, you would assume that you would start with your own religion when it's being highlighted and put under the spotlight, versus Bianca talking about the Talmud, which isn't divine. I know there's a lot of Jewish people that can take it or some that don't take it, so I don't understand why it would be
He wasn't even there long enough to hear what I was talking about.
Yeah.
Maybe that's the problem. So I just have a request. If you're a Shabbos goy or you're a Noahide, fucking block me, like Dave says. I don't want to talk to Shabbos goys and Noahides. Okay? I don't like people who voluntarily become dhimmis. It's so stupid to me. Either you leave me alone, don't talk. And I know that I'm so important that you guys have to talk about me in every fucking live because my opinion is so important. But I think you should do a little bit of a heart check. I'm nobody, and you guys focusing on every word that I say and hanging on. It's so embarrassing. It's so fucking embarrassing. I don't like dhimmis. I don't like Shabbos goys. Leave me the fuck alone. Thank you.
All right, Rabbi Asher, how's it going?
Good. Yeah, so most Shabbos goyim actually get paid. With the exception of, someone who you nudge.
I think he's paying to be one, ironically, but you're breaking up for me, Asher.
And
You're breaking up
in
the
New
whole
York,
time.
some of them wear a vest. All right, continue, guys. Yeah.
Not the Indian Wi-Fi.
Yeah,
you want to try again, Rabbi? Go ahead.
Yeah.
Try again.
In New York, yeah. But in New York, some of them wear a vest with the shin gimel. There's some, like most of them officially get paid. Like a vest that says Shabbos goy. But yeah, no. That's all I really wanted to say. But yeah, continue.
I wanted to ask you, Asher, did yesterday you were on a panel, I heard a couple of people were upset and were crashing out about it.
Which one? Kappora's life?
Yeah.
No, well, I was having a discussion with Shuki. Shuki is like an Orthodox Jew, actually, actual Orthodox Jew on this platform. He's quite intelligent. And we were just discussing, I'm not even sure what we were discussing. Oh, well, the idea of Israel not being a tribe first and a religion second. So my position is that Judaism is only a religion. There's an ethnic component to the Jewish people, but that doesn't mean that the religion is an ethno-religion. On how I think the proof in the Bible for that claim is that the only reason Abraham was allowed to have a child, because Abraham and his wife, right, they weren't able to have children. The only reason God allowed that was because of Abraham's faithfulness, that he made that possible. And he specifically said why he engaged with Abraham, and that's because Abraham would lead his children after him in God's ways. So that means no religion, no tribe. Because I know that most secularists, their whole argument is no, we're a tribe that happens to have adopted our religion. But no, we're just a religion, and there wouldn't be a tribe if it wasn't for this religion. I get that today Israel could be considered whatever like a leftist wants to say it is, but from the Bible's perspective, from the Torah's perspective, it's only a religion.
Elfie's saying you're wrong, Rabbi. What is he wrong about, Elfie? What are you talking about?
Well, most Jews nowadays, outside of like ultra Orthodox Jews, would disagree with me, and even many Orthodox Jews would disagree with me also, because most people alive today were born after 1948, and it really started being called an ethno-religion in the 1950s. Why? Because the secularists, i.e., the Zionists, had to make a claim like for a land that only is justified for those who keep like the Torah, right? And they don't even believe in the Torah, so they had to make a claim. No, we're a tribe. Most people don't know that Israel has tried to pass a law a few times already, outlawing converts from immigrating to the land because it hurts their argument to the land. And I believe last time it was spearheaded by Shas, the religious party. So it's not, Judaism has become politicized, and I support Israel, by the way. I support, I want it to continue existing, but we have to be honest that if Israel would ever limit citizenship to people with some pedigree, then it would really be considered a racist state.
Can I ask you a question? I just, like, the other day I came across, because I was watching, like, that were live, and they were, like, quoting this guy. I haven't heard of him before, Tovi, a singer. Like, and I looked him up on TikTok, and he has some crazy views. Like, is he, what,
he's
like,
mainstream.
Is he Orthodox, or?
Yes, he's Orthodox. He's quite mainstream. I'm not his biggest fan. We don't really get along. But he's respected by most Orthodox Jews. So he's a counter-missionary. He's the most popular counter-missionary. His main goal is not to necessarily pull Christians out of the church, but to pull Jews out of the church, which means that by definition, it's Christians are going to suffer because there aren't too many Jews in the church. But yeah,
he goes around Jerusalem finding Christians and trying to tell them that they're idolaters and they should come out of it and be Noachites.
Right. When it's bored, when he's bored, you can't walk down like the Shuk or the Kol Tel or Ben Yehuda without running into him.
I know. I ran into him getting ice cream, that short little nugget.
Yeah. I'm not a fan of his. I'm sure that he's a nice guy, but I think that if you're going to destroy someone's faith, you have to offer them an alternative to the faith you're destroying.
Yeah, so, he does. He really doesn't like Christians, but he seems to be like okay with Islam and Muslims. That's from what I've gathered anyway, looking at like TikTok posts.
Well, that's the popular Jewish opinion, unfortunately, because I don't hold it. And it's really because of Maimonides. Maimonides said Islam is not idolatry, but Christianity is, right? And I think that at least Messianic Judaism is not idolatry and Islam is. But this is only his opinion. But he's quite influential, Maimonides. And so this is why I said that he's mainstream. Like, he believes what most Orthodox Jews believe.
But you're saying mainstream, but Jackie called him a demon in the chat, and Bombi said he's extreme.
He's a demon. He's a demon from hell.
But mainstream to me is your typical Orthodox Jewish person by my definition of mainstream.
So he practices normative Judaism. The average religious Jew walking down the street of Jerusalem views him as a hero and a proper spokesman for the religion.
True. I'll be honest. There was Dave, one time in my neighborhood, because I guess there's a lot of Christian organizations where I live. I didn't realize that, but they had put magnets that say Yeshua on them, and it became like a huge deal. And people like started going crazy in the neighborhood Facebook group. Like,
wait, why go crazy over a magnet that
they were
says
angry?
Yeshua?
They were really angry. They were really angry about it. They were like,
why?
If you see them, take them down, throw them away. And I was like, what do you mean? What? And I remember commenting, I'm like, what harm does it do? And he goes, they're trying to missionize or proselytize. And I've seen videos of Tovia in my neighborhood. So like, he's very, what Asher is saying is correct. Like, his views are pretty mainstream in terms of, mostly I think it's the Israelis don't care as much as the American Jews that make Aliyah. They get really.
When we talked about the nun and the statues, etc., a lot of people at least tried to portrayed that it's such a small percentage of Jewish people that hate Christians.
Well, I find the hostility on the ground here, okay, it comes less from Israelis, native Israelis, at least in Jerusalem. It comes more from like American or Canadian Jewish people that make Aliyah and come here.
What
Which
percentage
are the
of
religious
Isra-
people for the most part. By the way.
What-
Yeah,
The
yes, they're
people,
religious.
yeah.
Yes, religious, yes.
What percentage of Jewish people in Israel do not like Christians? Is it
I don't know.
10%, 50%, somewhere in between?
I think, I don't know. It's complicated. I wouldn't know how to answer. Maybe Asher's been in more religious communities. Secular people love Christians. Secular people love Christians, and that's the majority of the country. So it would have to go down to the religious sector, and Asher could know how much that
Well,
is.
I'll tell you, the counter-missionary movement in Israel really doesn't target Americans or Canadians. They target Israelis. And in terms of Israelis tolerating them and appreciating them, is because they have pretty interesting tactics that Israelis enjoy. For example, like they'll go and they'll open up like a chess club or like a movie theater. And Israelis are not going to become Christian, but Israelis love like the interaction and like the community involvement that these Messianics or Christians engage in. So the ones who really don't like them, yes, are the Americans and the Canadians because they came from a Christian country. But I don't think the average Israeli sees them as a threat because they're really not converting Jews. It's not this notion that they're effective. It's not true. If they're effective with anything, they're effective with Israelis. But there's sort of this made-up war that Christians are converting Jews to Christianity en masse. It's not true. It's not true. I would say Tovia Singer's or the counter-missionary world's funding comes mainly from Christians or former Christians, not from Jews. There's actually the bigger threat is atheism for the Jewish people. Every Jewish person has an atheist in their family. Not every Jewish person has a Christian in their family. And as last I heard, there isn't like a counter-atheistical movement in the Jewish world. There is a counter, like missionary movement. So, I mean, go figure.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you really didn't answer me, to be fair.
What percentage, Asher? What percentage do you think?
Let's take a step back. What percentage of Israelis are actually religious?
Oh, that. Let me go look
okay.
it up right now.
So not religious, like doesn't mean atheist, by the way. Right?
Sure. Like practicing. That's
correct.
what I mean.
Oh, well, in terms, 10%, I would say. Around 10%.
Oh, really?
Identify as Orthodox. And then the rest are like, they're called like Amcha. They're just like very traditional.
13. It's around, there's 13% of the country. By today's statistics are ultra Orthodox or Haredim Orthodox.
Okay. All right. So it's essentially like 1 out of every 10 people. It's very small. It's very small, and they're quite insignificant, from that perspective. Because even their parties, like, really don't contribute so much, like, to the government, but rather to like establishing welfare programs, for people with a lot like big families. And
Tao is saying
40 to 45% of Israelis are not religious. They're considered secular, so it's a huge portion.
No way. I'm stunned by that number, to be honest. I thought the percentage of practicing would be much, much higher. But
no. But there's also there's like Masorti. Masorti is like the Catholics who go to church for like Christmas and maybe on Sundays, and they baptize their kids, but they're not like going around everywhere saying, I'm Catholic or I'm, what I'm saying? Like that's Masorti. It's kind of keep the traditions, but they're not so invested. And then there's practicing, but yeah, it's not. Like Mamacita, yeah, she's Masorti. It means traditional. Masoret means tradition, so they're Masorti.
What's Tao saying? Something, what is that? Are simple people not arrogant?
I don't know. What's Amcha?
Yeah, I don't know.
Right, like simple people. I mean, it's interesting. Like like when rabbis use the term, because that's just like a short way of saying like am haaretz, like a person from the land. It's seen like an insult, but it's not. It's just a person, like a layman, like essentially, like someone who's not an academic religiously.
I got I kept looking. So 40 to 45% are secular, and then another big portion, 30 to 33% are the masortim, the traditional. Which means they're not like diligently, very religious, but they keep all the traditions. And then 10 to 12% are modern Orthodox, and then 10 to 12% are ultra Orthodox. So that's about 20% that probably would hate Jesus.
Can you describe can you give me the true definition, I guess the textbook definition of, what was the word you said, Matt?
So traditional?
Yeah, and then the word before.
Observe some religious traditions, but are not strictly observant.
Yeah, well, it's a conservative movement in America. It's essentially the conservative movement in Israel that was founded in America. So it's like, if you're familiar with conservative Judaism, which there's not really too much that's conservative about it.
Wait, but I have just to say something. If these numbers are correct, then Jackie, it's 40%, not 30. If you combine both the religious groups, it's 10 to 12 and 10 to 12. So it's between 20 to 24%. Oh, never mind. I did the math wrong. Sorry. 24%, not 30, not 40.
Okay, so they just practice like certain holidays, maybe one here, one there, but don't do
No, they do all the holidays. They do that, but they're not like, everything doesn't go through the eyes of their. I mean, we can have somebody come up who's a masoti, like Mamacita or maybe Tal. You guys can. I don't know if that considers masoti.
That's not accurate, by the way. Hold on. All right. Well, so the Masorti movement is supposed to keep everything. Mm-hmm. They actually are not supposed to break any halachas. So like some people say they're Masorti, but that's just like a nice way of just saying that I'm really reform. There's nothing.
Oh my God.
The conservative movement, right?
Don't,
like the think tank of the.
Why are you saying, oh my God, Bianca?
Because they're gonna be offended if you say that. I don't.
No, but it's true.
I don't think
they're
she's
supposed
reformed.
to. Okay, so no, I'm not. Well, okay. Anyways, the conservative movement in America is Masorti. That's where it came from. Now, the tenets of the conservative movement, they're supposed to keep everything kosher, with the exception of driving, like having a prohibition that you can't drive to the synagogue. Apart from that, right, everything's supposed to be kept. Like regarding the mechitza, that's not a halacha. Where they count like women in a minyan and they give them aliyahs, that's also not a halacha.
You know how I tell the difference between masortim and chilonim. Okay, well, how I've noticed with my husband's family, I consider masorti to be people who are, they hold to their religious values and tradition, more like a Daniela, right? Like she will do everything for the most part. But then there's like chilonim, and I think chilonim are people who are willing to bend the rules a bit, where they'll be okay, like they eat kosher at home, but like if they travel to a different country, like they won't have an issue not eating kosher and that kind of thing. Like I think that's more chilonim, and masortim are, they keep everything, but they're not everything is so like stringent in terms of every single action that they do every day of their lives, right? They're not charedim.
Why is Tal saying I'm dead?
I don't know. You guys come up.
Why are you laughing?
Maybe because he knows it's. I don't know. Because I'm laughing because it's funny because it's true. Like the secular people, like they keep their home kosher, but they'll eat shrimp out in like Thailand.
Wait, hold on. So atheists are also known as chilonim.
But
with chiloni, I guess it could broadly just mean not religious, but atheists. I mean, like when most Orthodox people like say chilonim, well, they include like arts theme, like people who don't keep anything and are just culturally Jewish.
Yeah.
A few things as a
what about
person.
what about the Jewish people that say that I wake up at 5 a.m. and pray and then do everything? Hold on one second. Then do everything that whatever God wants, do the exact opposite for the rest of the day. What would that be considered?
Well, no one's going to wake up at 5 a.m. and pray. and not follow through with everything else. I mean, that's the hardest thing, to wake up early. And the only people who wake up early like that are the ultra orthodox. In terms
And
of
the
names,
Muslims.
Oh, I'm so confused. Okay.
no.
All right,
But
fair
to
enough.
pray at
I
sunset,
just wish a Masorti could come up and explain by themselves. I don't like that I'm representing here the Masorti. So can
First,
somebody come up, please?
did somebody say there's a sect of them called hell or something with the word hell in it? First of all, that's crazy as hell. Secondly, wait, what is that word? Helonim. Did I see that correctly?
Hilonim. Hiloni means secular. Hilonim.
I saw the word HE double hockey stick.
Wait, Asher, Alsim are not Hilonim. Alsim are
No.
definitely muscle team. They all have tzitzit and kippah. Are you kidding me?
no, hold
All
on.
those people beating
Come on,
up,
Ben
all those people
Yehuda.
beating up people in the streets in the hood are definitely muscle team at least.
What?
Beating
Okay,
up people
it's
in
not.
the
Ben
hood.
Yehuda, the crack square people, you know, like Kikar Tzion.
That's called Davidka. You mean Davidka?
No, the Davidka is
Davidka's alcoholics.
right. But Davidka's of a Shayash, like Rehov Yafo, like on Ben Yehuda, like Kikar Tzion is that circle where, I mean, also Russian.
Yes,
because
and they
Davidka's
they're all getting drunk and high and sharing water bottles with strangers, but they all have
Wait,
tzitzit
what?
on.
No,
What's going
okay,
on?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Wait,
Yeah.
what's going
What
on
are you
here?
talking about? I have hundreds of videos of this
The
because like
Artim
we
are
go for
typically
all.
known with very tight clothing with the gel in their hair, and
There's
then
different
Wait.
levels of als.
okay, well,
You guys,
different.
what
There's
the hell are you
spectrum, but they
talking
usually
about?
have tzitzit or kippah.
Who is wearing tight jeans and fucking sharing?
Israelis.
They wear very
What?
tight clothes here. Yes,
Yeah.
What do you mean? Like the men?
yes.
Yes. Now they say that in Israel they only sell like women's clothing and bigger women's clothing.
Oh my
Unfortunately,
god.
no, it's true. It's true. Like most people who make
Okay, no,
Aliyah,
actually,
they have their
they're
clothes
pretty
imported.
fly. No. The men here,
It's very European. It's very European.
No, men here can dress really, really fly. Like, but no, there are some places that like Mania
no, don't do that.
jeans. If you have
I
Mania
ain't never
jeans,
seen no Israeli dress fly. Stop that shit.
are you
right
kidding
now.
me?
Stop
Are
It's
it.
you
European
kidding me?
fashion. It's just European fashion.
What
It's
are
like
you guys
Italian
talking
clothing and stuff
about?
like that.
European fashion has never been
When,
fly.
girl, when
It's
you,
always
when have you seen
European.
Israelis?
European fashion is gay.
No, it's gay for Americans.
Prove me
But-
wrong. What are you talking about?
Oh my
Them
god!
tiny
If
pants?
anybody,
No,
all I'm saying
European
is I don't
fashion
think
is what influences everything.
Yeah, I don't-
Paris, London, it influences like
there's
the
a
whole
place.
world.
There's a place
Do you
called
remember when
Mania
skinny
Jeans.
Tiny
jeans?
hats
If
and
you
tiny pants. Get
No.
No, do you
out
do you not remember the
my
whole
God.
phase with like
oh my
the
god, you guys don't know what you're talking about.
No, do you
Thank
remember
you,
the
Jackie.
fad
It's
with the
definitely Luty.
you
No.
guys don't know anything about Israelis.
even
What are you
even the
talking about?
skinny
Yay.
jeans, when men were wearing skinny jeans, women were wearing skinny jeans, like it was a
I
whole
don't
phase. It
want
went
my
over years.
man. I don't want my man's ass looking fatter than mine's, Bombi, and I don't want to see his dick print popping out when he walking. What the fuck are you talking about?
Well, I mean, the also
You want
happens
Issa to
in
dress
case
like
where-
that with them skinny
No, but
jeans
I'm
and
just
a
saying,
man
like,
bag? Let me find out you putting Issa in a man bag. Let me find the fuck out. Now I came up here for a reason. I came up here to say, basically, the more you don't have a relationship with God, He won't have a relationship with you. That's really why I came up here to say that. And then it went left. But yes, for sure, the European dress is definitely very gay, very Greek driven, very homosexual driven, Luty
W
driven.
Greeks.
No, they're
Metrosexual.
gays. Yes, I'm not feeling it. I don't want my man wearing fucking. I don't want him to have a male camel
What you
toe.
want?
You
You
heard?
want his pants sagging? Why you
No,
mad?
Men don't wear.
not even sagging. I
Why?
don't
Wait.
do
Why
that
can't
either.
I say anything? First of all.
Not even
The-
sagging. That's disgusting.
Okay, wait. Why I want to say something. The Mania jeans trend has shifted. People wear very big, oversized clothes now in Israel.
I
so
don't
no
like that
worries
either.
there.
That's whack.
Okay, no, they look amazing. They're very
But why can't you
stylish
just wear
here.
clothes that fit your body?
They're very. It's in style. It looks very cool. It's very much
No,
UK
no. You know
streetwear.
who, you know who determines cool in the world? Black
and
people.
they look
Nobody else.
fantastic. People here look fantastic in their
I don't
outfits.
believe that shit.
Well, you haven't been here, so when you come here, you can see for yourself.
All
People
right,
are here for live.
I'm gonna say something. I'm. You know what? When I go, I might do an Israeli Fashion Week and point out all the shit that I see that I think is cool. And if I don't think it's cool, I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna do that whole series. Watch.
Yes. Yeah, we should do people watching with Why You Mad, and then you.
And also as well, like with that whole skinny jeans trend, it was a lot of the rappers that started it off. Like
That's gay. I
Lil
thought
Wayne,
it was gay.
Travis Scott.
It's gay, Bambi. It's gay. It's gay.
All right, so Donald Trump is awake and tweeting away. Hasn't addressed the war. He's bragging about the UFC fight, which was a hell of a show. Through the lagging internet on my flight, it did look amazing. And then watching it on the highlights on Twitter looked amazing. He was pushing somebody's book. And now he's talking about his plans for the 4th of July. I know we talked about the Hilltop youth. I'm not 100% clear on what they are all about, but Barack Ravid's first tweet of the day. Well, he retweeted somebody from 5 hours ago, but he says the government will fund food and clothing for activists of the Hilltop youth. So I'm always curious when he is reposting from Ynet, why he is doing that, what's his goal there, or I don't know if maybe he even writes for Ynet. I have no clue. But I find that interesting as his first tweet of the day. And can I tell you something on who my most hated person recently is? It is no other than Mark Levin. And Donald Trump calls Mark Levin the great one. And the amount of fear-mongering this motherfucker does and responding to every, he's just non-stop bitching and moaning about Donald Trump and ending this war and defending Israel. He is a fucking moron. I can't stand him. What is he saying? And if he always takes shots at Barack Ravid. I can't stand him. Okay, so he is now my most heated follow on Twitter. I still follow him, but he's a moron. Iranian TV reports America surrendered and we only got stronger. Yeah, of course. Are you surprised that they're saying that? Obviously, Trump will declare victory. So will the regime. Reality is Trump gets a win because this war is over. And I think reality is the regime is going to get stronger. There's no way around it. When you hand over billions of assets, etc., they are going to get stronger. Who's the Hilltop Boys or whatever it was?
Oh, you don't know who those are?
No, you.
Oh, yeah.
No, we've mentioned them.
If you thought the Talmud conversation was gonna get fucking messy, this is gonna be, or the BB opposition is messy. This is also.
But didn't people come up here and say they're essentially terrorists or no?
Yeah, they are.
So why? So let's not even go into the article yet. Why is Barack Ravid tweeting out an article of that? What is his? Is he like? He's against.
Probably, yeah.
Okay, so anybody should be against.
The implication of saying that the government is essentially funding terrorists to wreak havoc on Palestinians that's a horrible thing.
Oh, so
allegedly.
Okay, so maybe the headline says the government will fund food and clothing for activists of Hilltop Youth, and then he has it looks like it's all in Hebrew. At least the headline is. Mm-hmm. He links a Ynet article.
These are the people that when you'll hear Hasbara and like arguments back and forth, and you'll be like, of course we denounce them. You've heard that I'm sure a million bajillion times in these arguments. These are the people that they're saying, of course we denounce what they're doing because they're attacking innocent people.
Jan is saying 50 shekels a day for food and clothes. What's that mean? I mean, I know what those words mean,
She's
but how
saying
does that apply?
saying that they're being basically it's state funded terrorism.
To go and terrorize Christians?
No, Palestinians. So
Oh,
Christians and
Palestinians. Excuse me.
Christians and Muslims.
But didn't the Hilltop Youth come up during the Christian debate? Isn't that the first time I heard them, or am I off that?
I don't know. I don't
Hmm.
know. But this is a big problem.
They abnormal, Jan says.
Yeah. They're
Okay,
scary.
so
I've seen them in action. I've seen them. Let's just put it like that. I've been in the same place as them, and it's scary while they're
Okay,
doing
so
violent stuff.
they're a problem. Mamacita is saying that. Why is the government funding them? That's one. According to the headline of this article, I have no clue what it
Allegedly.
says because it's in Hebrew.
Yeah.
Okay, so why are they funding them?
To make Ben Gvir and Smotrich happy. To keep them in the coalition. Because
Okay.
Ben Gvir is in charge of them, in charge of that whole friggin' in Struk as well. She's also in charge of that area.
So are they celebrated there?
By who?
Anybody? Why are they I'm confused. If you're
No.
funding them, you are behind them, right? Like if you fund a Trump campaign or a Harris campaign, you stand behind them. So I'm
No.
confused. Go ahead.
No, I don't think anybody celebrates them besides themselves. Oh, wait. Can I say
So why Schnitzel is saying here Dave doesn't ask for proof. What are you talking about? Go to Barack Ravid's Twitter page. That's his most recent tweet 11 minutes ago. I don't understand, Schnitzel.
Why doesn't Tal or Jan come up? You guys know what's going on in the news with that.
They know that they should not sit here. They know better. They're being good listeners. What are you talking about? There's like a whole
The
go to-
fatwas? I don't think Tal doesn't care about that, and I don't think Jan cares about that either.
Okay, so just answer me directly. Why
Yeah.
is it you're saying nobody supports the Hilltop Youth, but why is the Tao? I'm just kidding. Relax. Why is the government funding them?
Because it benefits. This is the far right. Okay, this is what they want. They want to conquer, all of Judea and Samaria, and so, they do it like this. Like this is what they send these guys in to do horrible things to innocent people. It's disgusting and it's evil.
Okay. I don't think you're really giving me an answer.
What?
That makes
Why are they
sense.
doing it? Because Ben Gvir, first of all, I think Smotrich is a retired or a veteran Hilltop Youth, okay? And his party and Ben Gvir, they are Hilltop Youth, okay, as adults. They're not youth, Hilltop adults. So in order to appease them, okay, and to make them happy, Bibi gives them the liberty to do these things.
Well, to be fair, Schnitzel, you could say Barack Ravid is your proof, but it's a Ynet article that technically he is citing. So it doesn't make sense, Schnitzel, why you're flipping the fuck out. I don't get it. I don't get why you're flipping out, Schnitzel. Okay,
Yeah,
so
if you hear
Go
fear
ahead.
in my voice, it's for sure because these people scare me. I'm actually scared, and you can identify them. You can be in Jerusalem and you know exactly who they are by the way they dress and stuff. They are scary.
So is it fair to say that this group should not be funded?
I would say that, yes.
Okay, so why is BB allowing it?
Because that's how he keeps his coalition standing.
Okay. Are they Jewish? Vito said. Are they Jewish, Bianca?
Yes.
Yes, they're Jewish. Okay.
Wait,
Schnitzel,
where
what are
you
you
get it?
flipping out about, bro?
No, I'm not. I'm just trying to educate myself. It is seriously like Bianca. Where are you guys getting that from?
Wait, I've said it 10 times.
What? I'm
Getting
sorry?
what, first of all?
That they get $50 a day to go and bother.
No, I'm hearing Dave and Jan. Jan said it in the comments. Dave just said it. I don't know anything about this. He's just asking me who they are.
Oh, because I didn't get it.
Okay, did you read the article from Ynet?
I don't read Ynet. Ynet it's...
נו, אבל שניצל, אתה באמת רוצה שהוא פותח את זה אם אנחנו ממשיכים עם השיחה, זה לא יהיה טוב.
לא, כאילו, אני יותר פשיסט. I'm very fascist too, but I'm not gonna do something like this, like, the Hilltop youth. But now to hear like that they found it from the government, this is really bad. But
Okay, so I'm breaking news to you that the Israeli government funds Hilltop Youth. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I'm gonna dig into that. I don't believe that they get funded from the government.
My father-in-law has been telling me this for like months, and I didn't believe him. So I'm like, to hear that now Dave in America is confirming it to me is like crazy.
No, I'm not gonna. To be fair, Barak Ravid is confirming it using a Ynet article.
Yeah, it's.
Jan is saying Bianca Telegram.
I don't know. I was taking his word on that, but
okay,
it's time for me to leave. That's what they're trying to say.
Alexa off. So are you saying that you don't believe the article?
No, I don't believe that they get funded from the government unless they mix in here with the people that get in farms there. They get in funded for the farms. So this is, I believe they get funded from the government to establish their farms and whatever, but I don't think that they get funded to be violence against people.
What did they get funded for? Okay, so what is it? Go ahead, Bianca.
That's Schnitzel's point. That's not what I've seen, the videos that I've seen of them and the things that they do and what I've seen them do in person. I 100% support people who go and settle Judea and Samaria. I'm be honest. I support that. I don't support the people that are going and terrorizing Palestinians. I don't. So okay, but that's what I'm saying is that what I've seen horrific videos and atrocities happening against innocent Palestinian people, and so if this specific group is
I saw only one that it was really atrocity against them. All the rest that I saw leftists that come to provoke it. Leftists from Germany, from the United States, this kind of people.
But there's from Wikipedia, somebody sent the Juma arson attack was done by them, I guess.
There's a lot.
The Duma thing, I don't know. It was.
You're breaking up, Schnitzel.
Yeah, but it's Wikipedia again, Dave. It's not real. It's Wikipedia, bro.
Okay, so Wikipedia
it's not
lying?
a source that you can trust 100%.
Sure, I'm not saying that. But
it's not a source that you can. I'm not saying it's lying, but I'm saying that I don't gonna trust Wikipedia on something like that. You can put in Wikipedia whatever that you want, right?
Sure, no problem. So why is the government funding essentially a terrorist group?
No, again, you see, don't switch it. That's why I come up. If they found in new how they call farms, it's one thing, and if they found in this youth, it's a bad thing. That's why I was asking. That's why you tell me that I flipping off. No, I was trying to educate myself. Like, it was a surprise for me. to hear something like that. I'm all with them to go and settle new places, but I'm against to go and just bother people there.
Interesting. So are they fucking funded by the government? Yes or no?
According to Ynet and what Jan sent me, they are.
Okay,
That's what
and
Ynet
that
said.
article is in Hebrew. What? How did why? Oh, okay. Let's just start over here. Is this the first time that Israelis are going to read that the government funds them?
I find that very
mean,
difficult to believe
think-
because they get away with
Hold
murder.
on, Sajida. Hold on 1 second. Is this the
I
first?
don't think so, because my father-in-law has been saying this to me for months, so he obviously knows, and he said it straight out. He was like, they are paid to go do to Palestinians.
But did he have any proof? I'm guessing in this article, once again, it's in Hebrew.
I don't know. I didn't ask him where I didn't like. I don't. That's kind of rude. Like, can you? Where did you hear this? You know.
Okay, there goes. Well, no, I would ask if somebody said that. Yeah, I would have asked. I mean, it is what it is now. But Chuchi is saying in the chat the government doesn't fund them. So Ynet just got bored and said, "Let me make up a whole article lying on the government."
It
They
can
should
be,
be
but here
classified
I
as a
need to
terrorist
say
organization.
I need to say paid, yes. So that's it. It's
Hello, can you hear me?
What, Sajida? Go ahead.
Yeah, they should be classified as a terrorist organization. If you sit there, Dave, and you like look them up on YouTube and watch video after video, you'd probably like throw up. It's really like evil, disgusting stuff. They also imposes violence on animals. So they'll kidnap dogs that belong to Palestinian families, torture the dogs, tie them to trees. Like, they're an absolute psychotic group, and they should be deemed a terrorist organization. So if the government of Israel is funding them, that's straight up evil. It's disgusting. if you
Okay, is
ask me.
Ynet pro BB or anti BB?
I have zero idea.
No, not anti. They're like middle. They're like middle
Nah,
ground.
why not to shift a lot, Bianca?
Let me check. Where Ynet? Is it left or right? Let's go.
I mean, I'm guessing if they're putting out a government like this kind of report. Okay, so can
centrist.
somebody?
It's centrist. It's just center news. It's
So it's
Okay,
would you
MK
say it's
saying anti
non-biased?
big time.
there's no such thing as non-bias, but there also is no real left in Israel. The like people who would protest for Palestine, it's a tiny. Most people are center, a little bit left. That's as left as you're gonna get to right to far right.
Anti-Bibi, Bianca.
But anti-Bibi is different. Yeah, there's
Yeah.
right who are anti-Bibi. There's far right
Right.
that are anti-Bibi. So that doesn't make a difference. Ynet is a centrist, publication.
But because they get away with so much, you would assume that, the cops, the police officers just watch them do half the things they do. You see it in the videos, right? So you would assume, okay, the government is funding them, because why would the cops let them get away with such atrocities? It doesn't make sense.
Like that, I said, most of the videos that I saw are like if you're gonna see the whole videos that I see them in the righty media, you can see that they're getting provoked a lot by
Oh, that's
people
funny.
from
Yeah,
outside the
kidnapping
country.
somebody's dog and torturing and tying it to a tree.
No, I
Nah.
didn't say
Burning down
everything,
villages.
Sadra.
Nah. There's nothing that anyone can possibly do to provoke that. out of
Okay,
anyone.
does that
No,
article
this one-
The
confirm?
behavior is worthless.
How far does that article go in confirming that the government is paying them? Somebody that reads Hebrew, answer, please. Trumpet Belly, what do you got?
Zero idea.
Hey, real quick, did you see the fight where dude came out after he won and was like, Michelle Obama is a man?
Yes, we talked about it. Yes. I forget what his name is. I know he beat Derek Lewis.
Beat Derek Lewis, yeah.
Yeah, but that guy, Hokid, I think his name is. That
Okay,
dude
that's what
nuts.
it was. That's what it. Yeah, he was straight nuts, bro.
Okay, so how do we get to the bottom of this Hilltops thing?
I don't know,
Anybody
I was
got any
trying to-
answers for me? Go ahead, Schnitzel.
I was trying just to get educated, like if it's like was proven or just Barack Ravid
Well, to be
opinion.
fair, forget Barack Ravid because it's a Ynet article. So it's either Ynet said yes, it is proven and they have proof, or
If they
it.
say that they have proven that, yeah, so we need to dig in a little bit more to that. But I told you, it can be in both sides, because if the government do give money to the settlers that go in there and open new farms, so it's one thing that I can agree with. But if they, changing the story and said that it's not for farms, it's for the youth, so it's a different story too. You know what I mean?
I don't know, but this is bad. This is very bad. And I hope to God that Israel is not funding them. I pray
I
that
hope
Israel
so
is not
I
too.
funding
never
them.
heard of them until a few weeks ago.
It's
Until we
bad.
started
Gang,
talking.
The
gang,
things they
gang,
do.
gang, gang,
What's
All right,
up?
come on, why you mad? Come on, why you mad?
This is a serious conversation.
Yeah,
But
it's
the
the
things
first
they
time
do
that I'm
is
trying to be
very.
serious here.
They're horrifying. Dave, I don't know if you've ever seen them in action.
No,
I
I've
am
never
being
even heard
Bianca,
of them until a few weeks ago. Whenever
Whoa.
the nun and the statues conversation came up,
yeah,
never
I'd be
even
scared
heard
of
of
him
them.
too. Like
Yeah,
Bianca
Dave.
is not
Somebody in the
wrong.
comments. Somebody in the comments said they be raping cats too.
Oh my god, I can't
Oh,
do it,
come
I can't
on.
do it.
Yo, I am being serious. I've seen videos. Matter of fact, I got this. There's this boy I was talking to. He lives in the West Bank, allegedly. Well, I think he does live over there because he showed me some stuff.
What do you
And he
mean
was
you was
on my
talking
live.
to?
He I might post it for real because he posted some videos. He said he literally just told. I am gonna post it because I'm not a liar. He said that
Not you.
he
Go ahead. Go.
he got videos of these settlers coming up to his stuff and like they were stealing the cows and the he showed me the whole thing. It's recorded on my live. He said they were stealing their cows and they like set a car on fire and stuff like that.
It's a lot of,
They
it's going
they
back
need to
and
send a
forth there
couple
a
of black
lot.
hardcore Americans over there.
No,
Get them
no,
boys
no. We
right.
need to mind our black ass business and let it play out.
No, hell, we don't.
Now
Not
hold
if
on one
BB funding
second,
them with our money.
bro.
I
One
mean,
second.
yeah, I think that this is the problem. The government should not be funding them. And if they are, like, it needs to stop.
This is what I'm saying.
Or
Like I
they
might have
could
been
just be
joking.
by themselves and not have America at all.
Wait one
Because at
second.
this
I was
point, it's extremely frustrating
wait one
to learn
second. Taco
this.
Valley. What are black people gonna do?
Whoop that ass. Somebody said
I-
they seen a video of them beating an 80-year-old woman with a shovel. Come on,
Oh
bro.
my
And
God,
now
you
it's
see,
come to
Dave?
be,
That's the kind of sick, twisted stuff they do. I hope Israel's not funding them because I'm
Yeah,
gonna be
I don't see
pissed.
them stepping. I don't see the Hilltop youth stepping to no real hood niggas for real. I can see that happening. That really might be the
Saying.
solution for real.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, you might got a point there, cuz they ain't stepping to no niggas for real.
No,
Wait,
you don't
why
think so?
is Avi spamming leave this slut?
because
Avi,
now
I muted your
it's come
dumbass.
to
Come up
be,
here and tell me who's the slut, Avi.
Oh, he's probably talking about me because I'm saying that if Israel is funding the Hilltop Youth, then we need to leave Israel all the way alone because the Hilltop Youth is absolutely evil. The things that they do is horrifying, and no government should be funding them.
You ever seen the videos what Palestinians do in the West Bank to them by any chance?
I don't give a fuck.
Yeah,
They
exactly.
Daniel?
notice this
What do you
weirdo come
mean?
up here and
That's
Are
what I
you
thought.
There we
funding
go.
them?
That's
Are you
wild.
There
You
we
see what he
stupid?
just did, Dave?
That's what I
You see
Are
what
you
he
thought.
just did?
stupid?
There we go.
You only watch
The
the pro-Pally
innocent
videos,
No, the
right? You don't
question
watch the
is
Palestinian.
not
videos of
whether
what
evil
Palestinians do?
exists on both sides, Daniel. The question is if the government is funding it.
They're
There we
not.
go. You see, it just
Daniel said
But
The
you
hell
don't
is
care
this
about that, right?
nonsense?
Did you
no.
ever hear
I'm
about the
not the
government?
one,
care.
Daniel. I'm
Why
not
are
the
you
one.
yelling? Why are you
Because I think it's
yelling?
ridiculous. You think I'm an idiot. You think I'm stupid because you came up here and gave us that sorry excuse. None of us
What
are dumb,
excuse did I give?
Daniel.
I
None
didn't
of
give
us
any
are dumb.
excuse. I asked you a question.
Have you seen what the Palestinians do
Yeah, I'm
on
just
the other side?
curious.
We
You
don't
said
care. We're
you
talking
saw.
about Israel funding this evil.
Why are you
What
barking at me
what are
for
you
no
coming up
reason?
here talking about? Oh, the Palestinians are do. We don't
Why are you
care,
barking
The
for no
Daniel.
reason?
That
Palestinian
We
Why
don't
are
want
you
them
barking
care.
to
at me for
kill
no reason? I
people.
asked you a simple question.
You're
You said you
yelling
saw
at me for no
videos.
reason. Go
You
cry me
said
a
you saw
river,
your
Daniel,
little
with your
video.
stupid
Why are you
excuse.
barking for no reason?
Your mother barks, bitch.
I
Don't
know,
talk to
my
me like
mother.
that.
Great,
You
congrats.
think
I
we're
don't care.
idiots.
I don't care what some crazy
No,
convert says about
we
my
got
mom.
dragged. We got dragged into this
Listen,
war.
you
We got
said
dragged
that.
into this war.
Okay, I'll wait till you're done.
Okay,
Go ahead.
for all this nonsense
Wait.
to happen, and come to find out the government that we're standing next to is funding this terrorist group that does the most insane things in the world that you could possibly
Okay, so are you
imagine.
done now? Hold on, white man. Hold on one second.
Well, the
Are you done
Palestinians
yet or
do
no?
evil things too.
Are you
Somebody
done?
said-
I didn't say anything.
You're
I didn't make a
nuts.
claim. Okay, are you finished now? Can I
Palestinians
respond?
All right,
I
let
didn't make
Daniel
any
respond,
terrorists
please.
too.
I didn't make any claim, you twit. That's not what I said. I simply asked you a question
Yo, stop
because
cursing at me, bro.
I'm not cursing
Stupid
at you.
excuse that you
I
had.
know, I know.
was-
Is it
was-
my
was-
turn yet or no?
dumb.
Get
Can
it all
y'all
out.
calm down and
Get
let
it
him
all out.
Stop.
Dumb.
Let Daniel respond, please. Go ahead,
He
Daniel.
thinks we're kids. He thinks we're idiots over here.
Make
Just
sure,
let
get it
him
all out.
respond. He let you talk. Let him talk.
I didn't come up and say anything. I simply came up and asked you a question if you've ever seen your YouTube clips or whatever videos you like to watch about what Palestinians do to them in the West Bank. And I'm sure, and don't tell me that you knew or had
Does
any
the Israeli
suspicions.
government fund
Hold
the
on, I'm almost, okay, get it
Palestinians?
all out first, then I'll
Apparently
continue.
Does the Israeli
No,
does the
come on,
Israeli government
Sajid
fund
us.
the Palestinians, Daniel?
Well, you know what,
Allegedly.
Sajid? Maybe we'll talk about that a different day. But Daniel, finish responding.
So before you even heard any claims about Israel funding anyone in the West Bank, you were watching these pro-Pali clips about what Israeli citizens do in the West Bank, right?
No, they're not pro-Pali clips. Okay.
No,
and
of
I
course not.
always
Can you just
thought
answer
that
my
they were
question?
evil, sorry excuse for human beings. Okay, they're not human. They're
Okay,
absolutely evil with the things
and
that
you
they do.
and you
So
gathered all
come to
this.
find out that the Israeli government
Unbelievable.
might be funding this terrorist
Now it's might
organization
be.
that wreaks havoc on humans and animals.
Now it's might be.
I don't know why you thought that you coming up here saying that Palestinians are evil too was gonna make this
I
problem
didn't say
go
anyone
away.
is evil. I asked you a simple
Yeah, you
question. You're
did.
spazzing
Yeah, you
out.
did. Yeah, you
No, I
did. The
didn't.
question is not whether they provoke each other. The question is whether Israel is funding the Hilltop Youth or not. Do you get it now? You get
No,
it?
that wasn't my question. My
That
question
is
was,
our question, Daniel.
Sajida.
well, the answer is
What the
no,
hell?
they
They think
don't.
we're
Like, I
dumb.
hear
He
you,
thinks I'm
but I
dumb.
The
hear you, but
answer is no, they don't.
He thinks
There, I answered your question. They don't fund anyone in the West Bank to attack anyone.
So what? So Barack Ravid lied.
I don't know. I didn't read the story. All I know is that there is funding initiatives for that area, but it has to do with security programs, farming,
can security become too
Yo,
aggressive?
Dave, look at this. Look at this bullshit,
youth,
Dave. Look at
youth
this
initiatives, things like that.
Look at this bullshit, Dave.
What bullshit? Oh yeah, Trumpavelli. You want to send some of your people
Man,
out
shut
to,
your funk
to West
ass up
Bank?
talking to me, boy.
No.
Teach
They
them not to
stepping
hold a
no
fucking
niggas.
Glock
They not
sideways.
stepping no niggas.
Hey,
They
look
Before you
at
not.
go up
this, Dave.
against people with
Daniel,
AK-47s,
they not
can you
stepping to
stop
no niggas.
barking over me too, by the way?
No. The Hilltop Youth will
Nobody's
get
interrupting
cracked.
you.
Okay,
Nobody's
okay.
talking
Get
over you.
cracked.
Why can't I finish a sentence?
They will
Relax.
get cracked if the niggas went over there for real.
Oh yeah? Teach them not to hold guns sideways before they go up against people with AK-47s.
I mean,
All right, no
you
offense
guys
to
are-
anybody.
We,
I
we're
want to
gonna
hear
teach
from.
them not to fuck cats. What are you talking about?
Just stop. I
oh
just want
my
to.
God. See what I mean?
Wait,
oh
do you
my
hear
God.
me? Do you hear me? Jan, can you tell me what that article says? It's in Hebrew.
Yeah, can you?
Just give me the summary.
It says 50 shekels a person every day. The government will fund clothing and food, but for the Hilltop Youth, and it says, as part of a problem in order to prevent violence in Judea and Samaria and other educational purposes, they will try giving them money to keep them away from crime or other shit. That's literally what the article says.
All
Okay,
right,
so
Dave,
they're funding them to not do crime?
To try and give them other alternatives of, like, I don't know, employment or whatever.
So
I
they don't have no
literally had
jobs.
this.
So they
I
don't have
literally
so
had it on my
Dave,
screen.
it's like Dave. You know how we have
That's what the
Change
story
those
says. I
monsters.
came just to
Dave,
translate.
you know how we have
don't scream
at-risk
at me. I
youth
just came to
programs?
translate.
You know
Yes.
how we have at-risk youth programs in America?
They don't work,
Okay.
Daniel. You know that, right?
That's what she's talking
All right,
about.
can I get the big
Oh,
screen,
so
please?
then,
Can I finish?
so they are being that basically.
All right,
they're
so it
getting
says the
food.
Israeli
Basically,
Defense
you're a
Force.
dumbass, is what basically is.
Okay,
It says the
Daniel,
Israeli
calm down,
Defense
relax.
Force. It
I
says
know
the.
you didn't get no titty milk this
Okay,
morning,
Oh
so
my
be
stop.
quiet.
Hold on,
Damn.
Trumpavelli. Hold on. So, Daniel, you're saying this group, they're a bunch of terrorists, allegedly, do horrendous things. And according to Jan, that article is saying that Bibi's government is going to give them 50 shekels a day, hoping to pay them not to do crime.
No, not 50. It says at the initiative of the Defense Ministry. and other officials, tens of millions of shekels have been approved for the Hilltops administration to steer these youth into structured educational and rehabilitation programs rather
Okay, but that's
than
different. That's fine.
Is it Sajida?
rather
That's
than
fine.
criminalizing them. That's absolutely wild.
No,
So they're
they're trying
funding
to
them.
rehabilitate these absolute monsters. That's fine. I thought the government was funding them to do the psycho stuff that they do.
You're a
And that's why I was
moron.
flipping out. Your
Okay,
mother's a
you're flipping
moron.
out. I know. I get it,
Get
my
this
mom.
loser out of
You're
here.
an idiot
Because the only
convert.
explanation that you
All right,
had
you
was
But what I don't get is, let's just take the IRGC, right? They're doing horrendous things, and they're essentially getting money, right? I mean, it's, assets unfrozen. Do you think that's going to prevent them from doing horrendous things? So just take whatever gang is closest to your city or wherever the fuck you're at. Do you think giving them money is going to help that? Well, I've never heard of that. Just imagine taking a bank robber or somebody that committed a crime and say, instead of going to jail, we're going to give you 50 shekels a day. Is that really going to prevent crime? That you talk about, that's like some Carmela Harris dumbass shit. And this article from February where Defense Minister Katz, tens of millions of shekels will fund the Hilltops administration to steer youth away from violence. Tell me one time that you give more money to a criminal that they're going to do less crime. How does that make sense? What am I missing here? Am I missing something?
Yeah, so I done like a little bit of wait, can you hear me? Yeah, so I've
Yep,
done a
go
little bit
ahead.
of research on it, okay? So the reason why it's called Hilltop Youth is because the majority of them are youth, right? They're between the age of 15 to 20. These are kids who come from underprivileged backgrounds and are indoctrinated and I would say groomed to join like that specific organization. So I think, yes, like what they do is deplorable. It is disgusting. But at the same time, they are kids who haven't had the best upbringing and they get radicalized. So I guess in that sense I do have empathy in that specific in that specific sense. But yeah, like I mean if like the purpose of it is to give them better opportunities, to give them education, to show them like something outside of where they are, then I don't see what the problem with that is because you have like a bunch of like 15-year-olds literally living in the middle of these places by themselves. There's like, I think there's like one adult to 10-15 kids. So yeah, that's the research that I done from it. But I mean, yeah, like the violence that they commit on Palestinians is insane. Like, and I don't think they carry guns, but I've seen some of them like have baseball bats. No. That's why they're called Hilltop Youth. They're not adults. These are kids. A majority of them are literally under the age of 18. So you have to also bear in mind that these people have been radicalized from a very young age, and that's all they know. So if
Okay,
it's to
so
help,
if you were the head of a government, would you give them tens of millions of dollars?
If it was for the rehabilitation and to help them with education and to help them outside of it, yeah, why not? Because what they're doing at the moment isn't helping, attacking innocent farms and attacking innocent Palestinians and them thinking that's a way of getting money, which is to steal farms and to steal their agriculture. Like, yeah, I guess so. But I mean, I don't know. I just wanted to like emphasize on the fact that they're not like 40, 50-year-olds. These are kids. So, you know, I think we need to have a little bit of grace.
Okay, why are you mad at saying that's bullshit?
Bambi, this is bullshit because how come should they have the same energy for the Palestinian children who are throwing
Absolutely.
rocks?
Absolutely, 100%. In my view, 100%. 100%. Like, I think when kids are brought in to an environment like that and all they know is to fight for something, right? To re-educate them, rehabilitate them, and show them something different, that, for me, is a much better option than letting them continue as it is. Like, is Palestinian kids throwing rocks a good thing? Absolutely not. That's a criminal act as well. But they don't deserve jail. They just deserved
But the
a
Palestinian
chance.
children are getting thrown in jail for throwing rocks. And these children, who you said are youth, allegedly, are getting paid.
Yeah, no, it's a supremacist, racist ideology in my.
So are
I
you
don't
saying
think.
Israel is a racist state?
No. I would say Hilltop Youth is 100%. They don't
Oh.
view themselves as the same as Palestinians. They definitely think that they're better, 100%. But like, I'm just trying to give them grace because these are not kids that come from like, you know, normal families. These are kids from broken homes.
Okay, let me see. Prime example, right? You watched American Culture. When American children, black kids were doing, selling drugs and committing crimes and doing all this stuff, did you have grace for them? Because our government didn't have grace for our children. They locked them up and threw them in jail.
Absolutely. And look, there's so many kids that are done wrong, right? But that doesn't deter away from the fact that if there's a group of kids that you can help, you know, we can play whataboutism. But I think if it's a case of, well, this is what's been funded for them and it's signed and it's written and it's signed off, yes, it doesn't negate the fact that there's other kids from all over the world that are being hard done by. But if these kids are getting a chance, then I'm happy for them. I mean, I don't know what
to do what though?
Not harass people, not be brought up to think that they have a supremacist, racist mindset, that they're better than the Palestinians.
Hold on. Let me listen. When you're getting paid and you don't have to work for anything, like literally work for anything, and you can just get paid to cause chaos, right? That puts you into a spoiled mindset, does it not?
No, of course, but this is for what I understand, food and clothing, right? So instead of them going and harassing and stealing from Palestinians, if that is already being paid for, then that takes.
Do you not understand how that type of criminal mentality works? You might be getting food and money and all sorts of stuff, but I guarantee you can sell it off the top and hit you a lick. What are you talking about? You know all about it. You get coins all the time.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I just think at the end of the day, anything that's designed to like help youth get out of the situation that they're in is something that I'm going to be for. Like, and it doesn't take away from the fact that other kids and other youth aren't getting it, but it's just life. Life's not fair. And unfortunately, there's loads of people that are in shitty situations, but it doesn't mean that the next group of people shouldn't get it just because another group of people haven't got it.
Schnitzel, set your fat ass up. You are OG Hilltop Youth, and that's why your goofy ass probably ran to America because you burnt down too many motherfucking houses, you dusty bitch.
Let him respond. Go ahead, Schnitzel.
It's the same like that you, as a former jail lady, getting EBT. What is the problem with that?
It's just like when did you cut off your payouts? When you got too fat to see them?
I'm sorry, I don't understand with my accent.
Okay, well, let me speak Jubonics to you. Shut the fuck up, bitch.
Who's the bitch?
Your mama.
I can't be bitch. You're the bitch. I'm a man.
I can't be bitch. I can't be a bitch.
You getting ABT? EBT?
No, I make $150,000 a year, sir.
Yeah, right. Please.
I'm a physical therapist.
You look like a fucking potato.
And you look like everything
Like
that
what?
is in the bottom of my toilet.
Like what?
My shit.
You shit.
All right,
I'm not
enough,
in.
enough,
I'm not
enough,
in the
enough,
color
enough.
of
Let me
you.
hear from Daniel, please. Go ahead, Daniel.
I'm lighter skinned than you.
Schnitzel, hold
Shut
on one
up.
second. Go ahead,
Okay.
Daniel.
I was just trying to say that I wasn't trying to claim there's no violence in the West Bank, and the West Bank is not proper Israel, but these are places in the outskirts. And yeah, all it is nobody's getting paid to personally attack anyone or to do bidding for anybody. These are programs, agricultural programs, security programs. Because security programs, for instance, because there are Palestinians who also steal animals and attack Israeli citizens in those areas just as much. At risk youth programs
Man,
too.
shut the hell up, man. Where are these kids being housed at?
What did I say that's not accurate?
Where are
They
they
on the
being
streets.
housed?
No, they're in like the middle of like these rural areas, like
Yeah, it's the
literally like
outskirts.
I'm asking,
yeah,
where
on
are
the
they being
outskirts.
housed?
And why are they homeless? That's crazy.
Who's
Why you
homeless?
all think
Make
that you
me
know
big
what's
so we
going
can
on
see
in
what the Hilltop
Israel?
youth look like so we can readily
And you never
identify
even
them.
been there.
Who's homeless?
You
But
guys
You
never
probably.
been in
Can you,
Israel.
yeah,
And
I
you're
know, I'm
talking like
homeless
you
too.
know everything. Like, what the fuck?
Look at
Can
that boy throwing up
Trumpavelli
that gang sign. Look at my boy.
tell me what did I say that's not accurate?
That nigga on the left look like Daniel.
You don't want to answer me? You want to go back to sending your
You guys
homies to
so
West Bank?
like Dave.
You don't want
Come
to
on,
talk
Them
you
about
your
that
gotta
either?
get
homies.
some
Wait, let's talk
education
about your
about that.
homies, Daniel. Let's talk
You
about
better
your
bring some
homies.
Israelis,
Let's
not
talk
these
about you,
stupid
Schnitzel.
EBT
You the
guys.
OG of this group, ain't you? Ain't you they
Dave,
OG?
Dave.
Yeah,
I
go ahead,
support
Saginaw.
them
What do you got, love?
100%.
Hold on, let's hear Saja's mom comments.
So, I think it's really absolutely disgusting, right? That we can't even be appalled by this terrorist organization that exists in Israel. And when we hear that the government might be funding them, we're not even allowed to have an opinion because people, a worthless individual like Daniel will come and try to gaslight you and say, well, the Palestinians do it too. And then you have people in the comments tagging me saying, well, do you believe in collective punishment now? What's going on, Sajida? What do you mean? I'm allowed to have my own opinions. What are you guys on? Just tell
But
me
we hear
what
your opinion.
drugs you guys are on so that I know.
They on that
Relax, baby,
hashish. I want
relax.
y'all
I
to
didn't
know real
say
quick.
Jesus.
Y'all miss Roberts comment. He said that's Jay in silent slow-mo.
That's
Like
great.
Daniel came
So
all the way up on
Like
this panel just
this
to
is
be
can
the
like,
name
Daniel
of the
respond?
the
conversation.
Palestinians do it too. Nobody
Can
gives a
Daniel
shit,
respond?
Daniel.
All
I
right,
didn't
let
say
Daniel respond, please. Go ahead,
I
Daniel.
didn't say Palestinians do anything
We know
too.
you guys are
I
over there
didn't. Wow.
unaliving each
Okay.
other.
Sajida,
We
you
know
gotta let
that.
him respond, love.
So, make sure the convert hears me correctly. I didn't say that Palestinians do anything too, because I didn't say that the Israeli citizens do anything in the first place. I simply asked you what videos have you seen, because I wanted just to know
I'm
what we
about
were
to post
talking
a
about.
video today on
Okay?
my live.
I
You want me
understand.
to
You
you
want
want
me
me
to
to
see
sit
the
here you
videos.
want me to sit here and list you hundreds of videos?
No, I
Are
believe
you
you. I believe
normal? Are you normal?
I know exactly what you're all about. I know what videos you've seen. All right? I know exactly what you do. You only watch the videos that suit your narrative. I know what you're all about. I
Bro, I
promise.
watched the videos of these psycho lutis, because that's what they are, psycho lutis,
I know.
running amok, right? Kidnapping dogs, tying them to trees, and now, why you man told me they grape cats too?
Yeah,
And
well,
you
why
want me
you
to what?
And you
Not get
be
That's
mad?
crazy.
and you
but
You
you
want
didn't
me
Y'all
see
to
the
y'all
not get
accuse the
videos.
mad?
Hold
Palestinians of
on.
effing the
Why are
and
dogs,
you
you
but y'all effing
believe
the
barking?
cats and the
So you didn't
dogs.
see
Literally.
videos, but let me get this straight. So you didn't see the videos, let's say, that came
They're
out last
eating the
week
cats.
of
They're eating
can
the
you guys hold
dogs.
can
Oh
Eat
you
the
my
can you hold on a
cat.
god,
second?
why
Eat the
you
cat.
Why are
mad?
you
Oh
mad? You're
my
Eat the
trying too
cat.
god.
hard.
Eat the
Oh
cat.
my
Why are you
god, that's
mad? You're
Eat the
trying
cat.
crazy.
too hard. Why do you
Eat the
keep
cat.
talking over
They're
me?
eating the cats. They're
You're
eating the
Okay,
trying too
dogs.
hard.
enough while you mad. Daniel, respond.
She's trying too hard. Anyways, so you didn't see
You
No,
don't
you
try
you're
hard
trying
enough.
too
didn't
hard.
see sure. So
Stop.
you
Let Daniel talk. Go ahead,
He's
Daniel.
trying too
you're
hard.
so emotional. So you didn't see a video of, let's say,
I don't
last week
care about
where
anything you have to say.
no, you didn't see the video of where the IDF helped them retrieve
I'm no longer
remains
Jenny,
of
having a
animals.
conversation with you.
That's fine. You don't have to
Jenny,
answer.
All right, Daniel, come back up. You'll be able to talk uninterrupted. I mean, what the fuck? What is going on this morning? If I say let them talk, let them fucking talk. Floor is yours.
I'll be fast. They're just so triggered. I don't know why. I was just gonna ask her if she's seen the video of just last week where the IDF helped, the quote unquote hilltop youth to retrieve hundreds of animals that were stolen from their families. That's all I was gonna ask her. She didn't have to answer. It's her prerogative. She doesn't have to answer my questions. Or I don't know. I mean, this was a while ago. It was last summer, where a pregnant woman was shot. Okay, we're not talking about anybody with baseball bats. We're talking about pregnant Israeli woman shot on the way to the hospital by a Palestinian man holding an AK-47. And who's calling who a terrorist group?
All right, good. Sagittarius not back in the queue. Trumpavelli is. Trumpavelli, your thoughts?
Yeah, I just think it's crazy. This guy's up here caking for these children instead of shaming them, saying, we need to stop them from raping cats and smacking 80-year-old women and across the face with a shovel. But instead, he wants to give us, they just helped 100 stolen animals that they stole get back to the Palestinians. Man, shut the fuck up.
That's your response to everything I just said? Some stupid shit about raping
Why are
cats?
you acting like everything you just said was so profound?
What did I say that was wrong?
How does that answer the concerns that we are having about Israel maybe
Now it's maybe.
funding
I like how you just
this
added the maybe a few
terrorist
minutes ago.
organization group? They are a terrorist group. Anyone who kidnaps animals, ties them to trees and grapes them, anyone who does what they do to other human beings, I deem as a terrorist. Just like I'm not going to give excuses to Hamas, I'm not going to give any excuses to Hilltop Group, okay? So the discussion here is not whether which one is more evil. I want to have more information on in what sense is the Israeli government funding them? And I think I have a right to ask these questions. I don't know why you're freaking out, Daniel, and I don't know why you thought you could come up here and be like, well, the Palestinians are worse.
Pretty
That's
chill.
not the question.
I'm
That
not
is
freaking
not
out.
the question,
Oh, now
Daniel.
the clapping comes?
That's not the question. Maybe if I scream a little bit louder, it's going to seep into your brain, bro, because I don't care. To me, both sides are evil. I didn't need you to come here and tell me what you guys do to each other or what Hilltop Group and Hamas do to each other. They're both evil in my eyes. Get it?
No, I don't, because I don't think you understand what a terrorist organization with that definition means. So let me get this straight. So then the Palestinians who kidnapped
Because I'm just your mother's the ghetto bitch. That's why.
Again, nothing like having a 45-year-old convert making mom comments. Listen.
That's every single time you guys come for me, that's what I'm going to do.
I know.
Barack Ravid's next, I don't know if it's a retweet, but he's citing an article from Israeli media. Amos Haril writes, the prime minister's transparent attempt to demonstrate independence vis-a-vis Trump has led to a day of renewed tension. In doing so, Bibi has again helped Tehran solidify its new equation. What is the new equation? If Bibi attacks Beirut, that means the regime can attack Israel. And guess what? Trump's going to allow it. Trump yesterday got them not to respond. Okay? I don't think that will happen today if there is a move by Bibi. So what has to happen? What has to happen within the state of Israel for Bibi to wake the fuck up and realize it's over? It's done. It's opinion. What are you talking about, Schnitzel? It's happened twice now where Bibi went and attacked Beirut, and the first time Trump let them do their response, and then yesterday he asked them not to. Is it not crazy that Trump has more faith in the regime than Bibi right now? Is that not eye-opening to people?
Bro, are you over being gaslit? Because I am.
Yeah, I don't know what to tell you about that.
That's
See, I
insane
don't
to me,
know.
bro.
Honestly, I know nothing about the Hilltop Youth. We just talked about them once or twice, and then I was paying attention to Barack Ravid's first tweet of the day to see if he talked to Trump, and he's the one that tweeted out that YNet article.
That's crazy.
So I don't know.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
And you know what? Like, basically, like, making excuses for behavior like this, then they just become, like, they grow up to be evil adults. So what's the difference? I don't get it. I don't get it. This behavior should be frowned upon by everybody. This is not a me side, your side thing. It's about humanity. Like, I don't get it.
Somebody brought up that comparison to if you have a Hilltop Youth doing something dumb versus if you have a Palestinian kid doing something dumb, how how are they treated? And then I think another fair thing is there was an article back in February that cats approved like tens of millions of dollars to go to them. Has the crazy shit that the Hilltop Youth are doing, has it stopped since they got a lot of money? I don't know the answer.
They still continuing all the time, Dave.
Okay, well then let's not give them more money. I don't know what to tell you.
I just find it appalling that, you know, they do get government funding. Like, that's crazy work to me, honestly.
The answer is no, it has not stopped. Okay, so I don't know. Maybe give them $50 million. See if it gets better then. I don't know. Schnitzel?
How do you know that it's to the youth and not to the owners of the farms?
Because I believe Jan quoted the article. It was 50 shekels a day for food and clothing, I believe.
Yeah, for each kid, but it's going through the farm. The farm owner get this money for each kid that he have. If you have 20 kids there, so he get in this fund. Like, why to do that as a, individual kid that is a terrorist, Jewish terrorist, he going and receive $50 a day, 50 shekels a day. Why you twisting the situation?
I'm
Like,
sorry. What did I twist?
Again,
Dave is twisting it? That's crazy, bro.
yeah.
What did I twist?
Again, if it's a farmer that have, 30 kids there, and he receiving a $50 a day for each kid to stay in the farm, to work in the farm, not to go to fight with nobody outside, to work with the animals or whatever, what is the problem with that? Why to put it as each terrorist Jew that is a youth from the uphill youth going and receiving, like what? He going to the office of the government and he declare, I'm a terrorist Jew, give me $50 a day. It's not working like that.
Gotcha. I don't know. So I can't push back. I have no clue how.
You don't know, but you keep let them talk with this narrative.
No, we're asking questions, and the last thing
But
we
they
need is
answered
someone
you
like Daniel
already,
coming up
Sarah.
here and saying, well, the Palestinians do it too. Like, we're asking questions, so come up here and clarify. Come
So
up here and
that's what-
tell us. Don't come up
so-
here and be like, well, the Palestinians do it too. We don't care. We're asking about this specific situation.
But that's what I told you. Like, that's what it seems to me that that's what happened. I don't know in 100% true, but it don't make sense that the government have an office that you go there and you say, hi, I'm a terrorist Jew, please give me $50 a day. It don't make sense. It's more.
But nobody said that's what's going on.
This is what you guys applying.
I don't. How?
You just applying the kids, the terrorist kids, are receiving 50 shekels a day.
Right,
right?
but yes, that is from the article, and that's why it was repeated. But your line about showing up to an office and say, "Hi, I'm a terrorist," nobody said that.
Yeah, no, I'm saying it don't make sense. That's why it more makes sense that the owner of the farm get the money for the kids there. This is my only point. Like, why to keep playing with that?
Okay.
Like till you're gonna have another, till you're gonna bring me another article that say that every kid receive $50, 50 shekels, and he don't need to be in under any organization, under any whatever. Just receive money, go to the field and start fighting with Palestinians. So I'm sticking to my story.
Okay, very good. Dennis, what do you have this morning, Dennis?
You have to give me a minute.
Okay.
So my response is very simple and short.
Okay.
And my response will be in form of music. Okay? Good or no?
I'll give you at least 10 seconds. We'll see how it goes.
It better be a good
Okay.
song, brother.
Kolod baleva benima nefesh Yehudi omia Fatemizrach kadima
That boy can't.
Ayin Letzion Sophia Od lo avda tikvatenu. That's it. This is
That
to
boy
all
playing
the.
that
That's a
national anthem.
Nigerian.
Are you African?
Can I talk now?
That's
Can
the
I talk now?
Nigerian Michael Haas. Why you mad?
No,
Why
no, can I
you
talk
playing their
now?
national anthem? Play the Nigerian national anthem. Are
W
you
Dennis
Israeli?
Jew,
all day.
Jew
Did you
shut the
make
fuck up.
Aliyah,
Hey, why
brother?
is this Jew hater talking? Why is this Jew? Hey, can I talk now or not?
You just
Sure,
played
you
a song.
demonic
Can somebody
liar.
I
respond?
want to talk first before I talk. I want
You want to
to
talk
You
first
did.
before you talk?
Talk
Now,
first
thank you very
before you
much.
talk. It's
This
funny.
is to all the evil, demonic, anti-Semitic witches and wizards. Your time is coming.
Hell yeah.
And the
Because a
wizard.
lot of you are spreading misinformation, including you, the host. You are
The
maybe you have a
host.
Palestinian wife at home. You are also an
Yeah, that's me.
anti-Semitic.
But
Your
can you
time
tell
is
me
coming
what did
soon.
I say
Yeah,
that's
you guys can
anti-Semitic?
know. I know. Hey, you guys
Hold on,
are
Dennis.
liars. You
Answer
guys
me.
are attacking the Jewish
Are you
people.
getting paid by the Hilltop Youth? Is this the
Bitch, shut the
Nigerian
fuck up.
edition?
Are you not a black
This gotta be the
American?
Nigerian
Are you
Hilltop
not a
Too
black
Youth.
funny.
American?
How much is this boy
He's
getting
definitely getting
Are you
paid?
paid.
not a black American? Are you not a
Are
black
you
American?
are you a Nigerian Hilltop Youth?
Are you a black stupid monkey bitch? Are you an
Are you
anti-Semitic bitch?
are you a Nigerian
Are you
Hilltop
an
Wow,
Youth?
David, what
anti-Semitic
is he
bitch? What the
saying?
fuck is
Dennis
wrong with you
cooking
people?
while you mad.
Why am I
Oh, you
mad?
think
Because
that's
I'm
cooking,
talking. I'm
Daniel?
talking. Shut the fuck up,
I
bitch.
can handle a big head nigga. No problem. No problem. No
How
problem.
are you playing that song and spewing hate towards black
Are you
people?
getting
I hope we're not celebrating what Dennis said. That was racist as fuck. Are we going to celebrate that? Yes or no? Just tell me. Are we celebrating what our Nigerian friend said? Who's celebrating that? Nino's laughing at it. I don't see anybody. Oh, he's black. Okay, so we're back to the age-old question here. Can a black person be racist? Interesting. We've come full circle here now.
Of course black people can be racist, but this guy is not black. He's an anti-Semitic demonic liar. And he is getting his shekels. He's getting his JUBT. Hold on. Because I know this is what he's getting paid in. Hold on. No problem, Dennis. Dennis, the Jew wannabe menace. Okay? That's what you are. You big head nigga. What the fuck? Do they pay you in roses or do they pay you in galaxies? Let me know. And also, why are you so worried about Israel? Huh?
Every time he comes up here, he's defending Israel.
He's definitely getting his JuBT money, but good for him. I ain't mad at the brother. I'm sure where he's at. I know there's nice parts in Nigeria, but I'm sure where he's at, definitely he's still
Well,
in the
I think
mud
he
hut.
lives in the UK. I'm pretty sure he's from
Oh my
Nigeria,
God.
lives in the UK, loves. You got reported. Why you mad? Loves Israel. Yeah, I think we asked him. I don't think he is Jewish though. I'm pretty sure he said he's not Jewish.
That nigga's in Nigeria living in the mud hut, caking for Israel. Crazy as hell. Hey, but listen, I want to show this real quick, bro. These heinous crimes that the ghetto youth has done. Oh, hold on, brother. Because this is some wild stuff, Dave. So in 2023, well, first look at 2015. Members of the Hilltop Youth firebombed a Palestinian family home in the village of Douma. The attack that killed an 18-month-old. Both of his parents and left his 4-year-old brother severely disfigured. Absolutely wild. And then in 23, hundreds of Hilltop youth and extremist settlers staged a massive raid on the town of Tumas Aya, however you say that, and they torched dozens of Palestinian homes and vehicles, destroyed agriculture fields, and left one Palestinian resident dead. And then if you look at the bottom, elements of the group targeted a Christian church site, and they set it on fire. So this is just a little insight.
Wait, which one's the church one?
Where it says down there, the Church of
I see it.
Multiplication
Yes.
Yeah. And it was a Christian church. So, I mean, bro, this is crazy, man.
Well, do you think tens of millions of dollars will help?
No, it's obviously, no, absolutely not. No, it's not.
You know, Dave, that Nigerian guy, he came up here, like, trying to, like, defend Israel, and he's playing this music and then saying, like, these racist things. He's actually a bad representative, and everyone should be yelling at him and should be disappointed in him.
Oh, no, they
I
were,
don't
like,
know why they
smiling
were
and laughing
celebrating
about it.
his nonsense. Like, that's ridiculous.
That was racist as hell, huh, Dave?
Yeah, it was bad, very bad.
Well, some
very
people say
bad.
you can't be black people can't be racist.
Nah,
and he's
it's
He
the
told
rhetoric.
Dave he got a Palestinian wife at home.
That's crazy. That's so Dave, right? Because that's Dave. That's weird.
All right,
But
let's hear from Tao.
Okay.
Whoa, Tao.
I just in 1 minute, Dave. The hypocrisy of the people here to start yapping about him being racist, whilst you, on a daily basis, actually laughing and cheering when Julian and people like him making racist comments on a daily basis, but when it's about him, it's funny, right? It's so funny. It's very funny. Well, Julian, we got used to him. So stop being hypocrites.
Are you saying that I laughed at Julian?
I'm
not
always
you.
dragging Julian.
The people that are so shocked, including the people here on the panel, that you are so shocked regarding to what he said, one comment that he said. Where were you on a daily basis, every day?
I'm always fighting Julian. What are you talking about?
Julian, it's only one example. On a daily basis, every day, people coming up here, making racist comments and jokes about Jews. All of you keep being silent.
Tal, but
all of you keep being silent. All of you.
Do you think the Hilltop Youth is a good representation?
Including you, Trumpavelli. Including you.
Nah, Trumpavelli don't do. What did Trumpavelli do?
Oh, you very silent. Not on you. For example, you're not even silent. You join along to the racist comments.
What
as well.
was racist? What was racist that I joined along? Sajida, he's not talking to you. What did I join along to that was racist?
Oh, haven't you just put up a picture of two religious Jews and start mocking them?
What the fuck are you talking about, weirdo? That wasn't me. That was why you mad. What are you talking about?
Oh, okay. So and if you said anything about it?
What the fuck am I
One
gonna
thing?
say? What was racist about it?
One
She
thing?
showed what they look like. How was it
It's
racist?
very racist. It was very racist, including if
See what
you're
I mean?
looking in
And
the
this is the
comments.
problem, right?
And
This is
you're all laughing about
victimization.
it. And it's also
This is
funny.
you're playing a victim.
It's so funny.
You're playing a victim. You're mad.
I'm not a victim.
You're saying
I'm
it
not
was
a victim at
racist.
all. I'm not a
Listen to
victim
what
at
you're
all.
saying, bro.
I'm here
You're saying-
actually to say in your face
And you make no
actually
sense.
exposing the hypocrisy that
You make
you
no
guys,
sense, bro.
when you are here on a daily basis, actually committing every fucking day. Do you think
Right,
that I don't
know.
see it?
Right.
The
You
fact that I'm
literally
here
just
in the
said-
comments and I'm not going up like
No,
you
you're
every
making
day,
a fool out
I'm
of
actually see it. I'm very, very proud to make a fool out of myself because I
Where
totally
were you at
can
when
tell
Schnitzel
you
called me a nigger?
that
Did you say
most of
anything
the
to
Jews
Schnitzel?
that are here, that
Did
are
you
still
say anything
here,
to Schnitzel?
fully
Did you
agree
say-
with me.
Did you say anything to Schnitzel when he called me a nigger? Were you talking that racist shit then? When
Yes,
he
I
called Why
actually
You
did.
Mad a Monkey?
I actually did. I actually
yeah,
did.
Shut the fuck up. No,
I
you
actually
not.
did.
Yeah, right.
I actually did it because you know why? Because I'm not like you. I'm not a steak. I'm not a flip flopper.
Yeah, you are.
I'm when I
You
when
don't never
yeah
call
when
out
when
Schnitzel
I'm
on his
seeing
racist shit.
when
Shut
I'm
up.
seeing something that is wrong, I'm calling it out,
Yeah,
including if
sure.
it's coming from my own people. That
I've
they
never seen
after
you do
that.
it. So you're
After
calling
that,
Why
I will
You Mad
say
a
I-
racist?
I did. I
He's
did.
done it plenty of times. He was one of the first people to call out Bayron for his nonsense, among many other times.
Okay, that's fine. But for him to sit up there and say that I say racist shit, he's out of his mind because I don't. And he can't sit up there and call Why You Mad a racist because she's posting pictures of two of the Hilltop Boys. How is that racist?
It is.
How?
It is racist.
How?
It is racist because why the way that they are looking is even relevant. Why you actually putting a picture to show how they look like? Do you
Oh
think
my
that I don't
gosh,
see?
this is crazy.
Do you think that I don't see the response to it? Oh, those Jews. Look how they look like. And it's only one example. You want me to talk about today? It's only one example of what you guys doing it on a daily basis here. Did you think that we cannot see? We actually see it. Keep
So what is Dave
trashing
doing?
about
What is Dave
our
doing?
religion because you're so superior.
What? What are you talking about, bro?
Don't deflect it to Dave. Give me a break. Don't deflect it to Dave. If I have something to say to Dave, I will say it privately. I have mutual respect with Dave, and I will not open anything.
I think you're mad because San
in
Antonio
here.
lost.
I don't give a fuck, Trumpavelli.
No.
Seriously.
Okay.
I don't give a fuck. The only thing that I give a fuck is when people like you and others have an excuse to actually put
What do you keep saying like me for?
our
bro?
in. Yeah, like you know, okay, Schnitzel. For example, you said one of your claims that you said that Schnitzel have like a racist comment towards you. So that like pretty much you said it by yourself. It pretty much allows you to be racist back to Jews because one
What
person.
has Belly said that was racist?
Because one person. Haven't you said that, Trumpavelli?
What
Haven't you
has
said
Belly? What has Belly said that was racist towards the Jews?
You said, I heard you saying it in one of the panels, that because Schnitzel was making a racist comments towards you, you have legitimation to actually be racist at Jews right back. You said
I
that.
never said that.
You did. You did. You're lying now.
This is
You
on
lying
Dave's
now.
Live.
No, it wasn't on Dave's.
Yes, it was.
No, what you said it, I think it was on Issa's. You said it. I actually went down and listened in the comments. And I was like, seriously? Because one Jew said some racist slurs towards you, you gonna take down the entire population of Jews and make the same comments towards him? If Julian making on a daily basis racist comments
Julian,
towards Jews,
I'm not Julian.
it means that I will call him the N-word right now?
I'm not Julian.
No, I won't.
I don't. I know I'm not Julian.
You pretty much becoming like him.
Nah, I could, but I won't. I will be calling you a Jupiter stew if I was Julian. right? That's
What do
what
you
I would
mean?
be saying.
What do you mean? No, what do you mean by that?
I asked
Julian
Julian.
says that all the
That's
time.
what he
though.
says, exactly.
Yeah, what he says. I'm not talking about what he says. I'm not even expecting from you guys to even go against regarding to everything that he says because, as I said, you kind of got used to it. That
Yeah,
it's
bro, you're
normal.
just playing the victim card.
That's
I ain't
Julian.
never said nothing
That's
racist,
Julian.
bro.
I'm not playing any victim card, you know.
I have
Trumpavelli, not
respect
like
for
you guys. Not like you guys. I have.
Right. But
I
Let him
I
finish,
have.
Trumpavelli, let him finish. Then you could respond.
I have my responsibilities and my life outside of this app. I understand that this app is not reflecting people's morals or society. And no matter what, I will not have any kind of hatred towards Christians that live in my country and outside of my country, because I understand this is just an app. And that's why I'm not being affected by what's happening in here to my real life. If I would, probably I will develop hatred as well.
Oh my God.
But that's what you do. That's what you do, guys.
All right,
you became a Jew hatred.
Come on, man. Land the plane, man.
You became a Jew hatred, and that's something Jew haters, and that's
How
what
have I become a
think.
Jew hatred, bro?
By literally by every word that you say in here. Since
What have I said?
Pretty much since the war started, maybe
What
before.
have I
don't
said?
know.
What have I said?
If you want like accurate.
Yes.
Accurate something that you said.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Not like you. I don't know. I'm not recording stuff. But
I don't record nothing either.
Okay, so I will let you honestly. Oh, you want me to remember something that you said? For example, you said that we are not the real Jews.
Oh my
For example,
gosh, that's my opinion. That's not racist.
It's an opinion.
That's not racist.
It's an opinion. Really?
It's not racist, bro.
Really?
It's not racist, bro.
That's not racist? Are you sure about it?
Schnitzel calling me a nigger, racist, right? MK making nigger comments, putting monkey and bananas in the chat.
And you are racist.
That's
right
racist,
back.
bro.
Yeah, I agree.
You don't know the
I
definition of term of racism, bro. That's what it is.
Really? Because it's only when it's regarding to you.
You
only when
know
it's
what,
regarding
you
to
only
you.
know what victimization
You are
is.
very sensitive, but I'm a victim card.
You're very
I'm the
sensitive.
victim card.
You're very sensitive.
I am. I'm proud of it. I'm proud of it.
So stop playing
I'm proud
victim,
of being
bro.
sensitive.
Stop playing victim, bro.
First of all, you're not allowed to tell me what to be or what not to be. That's your opinion. If you think that I'm a victim, that's your opinion. You're free to do so.
But
I'm
you
just
can come
telling
up here
you
and call me a racist, though, right?
because I think you are.
And
as
I
much
think-
as you think that,
okay, and I think
that
you're
I'm
a
a
victim.
victim card, I
Right.
think you are racist. So be aware to that people think that you
Bro,
are
you
a
don't know
racist.
me in real life. You don't know me in
And
real
you
life.
know
bro.
what? And you know what? I can see it by the opinion of the majority. It's not only me. Not only me. If it was only me, I would say maybe I'm crazy. Maybe I'm a psycho.
Bro, do you think I care, bro?
That's
As
what
much
you-
racist shit as y'all
I know
talk,
that
do
you
you think I
don't.
care? Exactly.
I
don't.
know that you
I don't
don't.
care.
I know that you
Right.
don't. I know that you don't. And that's why.
Y'all talk
if,
the most
um,
racist shit on this app.
What do you mean? I'm
What do
talking
you? I
racist.
just gave you two examples from two different people, bro. Not to mention
That I'm-
Daniela stating she don't want black people to touch her, whatever the fuck that means. You guys are the most racist group of fucking people.
I don't
on
know
this app.
nothing about that, and you deflecting it to another, again to something that is
You
irrelevant.
are the most
I'm talking with you.
racist group
I'm
on
not.
this
I'm
app,
talking
bro.
with you. I'm not the Jews representer. I'm
Hey,
talking
well,
with
you
you.
coming
and
up
I'm
here
telling
representing
you,
them, calling me a racist, bro? Come on, bro, stop.
I'm not representing anyone. I'm representing only myself.
Okay, well,
I have-
represent your community being racist before you come at somebody, bro.
I'm not representing any community, only myself.
then
There
what
is
the fuck-
people
what are we doing?
there is people in my community that dislike me, so what? Who cares? I'm representing only myself, and by representing only myself, as someone that most of the time in the comments, I'm telling you that you guys doing the same shit that you are so much going against, you so much cry about. You doing exactly the same. Now, if you're gonna tell me that you don't, that means that you don't have any self-criticism, 100%. So maybe you will observe what you're doing. Maybe you will observe what you're saying. Maybe you will tolerant to other people as same as you want to people be tolerant towards you. And maybe I will don't have any kind of claims against you. So simple.
Dude, come on, man. Smoke a blunt like Tupac, bro. Chill out, bro.
Yeah, that's a good claim.
Yeah,
That's a good
for sure.
Anyway, Dave,
Machiavelli the Don.
that's all I had to say. People, you were only in the panel, so I was referring to you, but it's including people in the comments that I'm reading what they're saying, and every time someone, even Bianca, said something, and they call her racist.
Trumpet got reported. Good.
They call her terrorist, they call her stuff like that. But when it's something that is regarding against Jews, you see the same people, W Hamas, W that. And it's crazy. It's crazy, the hypocrisy. It's just crazy to me. And it's kind of funny at this point,
Tom,
honestly.
can I ask you a question?
Sure, go ahead.
Okay. Do you think that the Hilltop Youth is a good representation of your people?
No, I think they're awful.
Okay. So
Awful.
if somebody is asking questions or highlighting their behavior as something awful, do you think that is anti-Semitic?
No, but when you saying something, Sajida, personally, and you know that I didn't have any problem with you ever.
I know, Tal.
But
I respect you so much.
Yeah, it goes both ways. But when you're saying something that for me it's crazy, like raping cats and stuff like that, first of all, I'm telling you that you need to check this really, really carefully if you come in with a claim like that, because that's wild to me. I can tell you, it's not as a defense, I can tell you something regardless, that I'm an active with a lot more of volunteers from Israel, that we are in a daily basis activists by rescuing animals from Judea and Samaria and also Gaza, because they're being abused by the Palestinian over there. So if people over there have like kind of a bad approach regarding to animals, you should look over there.
So I have.
Definitely look over there.
I have.
And
So
that's awful. I can tell you
It
the
is
images that
awful.
I've seen, it's awful.
So me asking questions about the Hilltop Youth at the end of the day, has nothing to do with like Palestinian culture or society or Gaza or anything. Like, I know a lot of Jewish people. I know that first of all, this doesn't align religiously what they do. Second of all, a lot of Israelis and Jewish people are against this behavior. The raping cats
I'm
thing,
against
yeah, the
100%.
raping cats thing, I just heard about this. But when it comes to the story about the dog, like I saw it myself. Like not the actual rape happening, but like what they did to the dog and they tortured it, and then read the article about what specifically happened to the dog, right? So this behavior is disgusting no matter who it's coming from, right?
Listen, I
And
agree.
It's not
I agree.
It's not
I-
a representation of your people.
I
or
can
your
tell you
country.
that some of them even attacked IDF soldiers. So I'm not going to protect them no matter what.
Yeah.
I'm not someone. People can like me or dislike me, but I only say all the time what I really think and believe, and I'm not flipping myself. So the fact is that I'm totally against these people. I think that this program, what he was referring from what I read, I think the approach is to change their ways, to give them better education, to have to give them an opportunity to join the IDF and change their behavior. And it's better than nothing. I don't know if it's a perfect program, but I think doing something against it, this is something positive. So I don't understand why people took it negatively.
Because it was portrayed as, the behavior being funded, right? But then it turns out that it's not the behavior being funded. And that's why I got so upset at first, because it's so unbelievable, right? Why would the state of Israel fund this type of behavior? But in reality, it's like a rehabilitation. It's the kind of like here in America when we have youth that's involved in, you know, GANG violence, right? And there are programs like after school programs and things like that to keep them from falling into this behavior and try to at least save them from it, right? So again, like Daniel coming up and saying, well, the Palestinians do it too, that wasn't answering any of our questions. And that's extremely triggering because it's insulting. Like, I'm smart, right? I'm asking you a question. You telling me the Palestinians do it too doesn't actually answer where the government of Israel stands with this behavior. You know?
Yeah, but I understand what you're saying, but I fully agree with what Daniel said. Everything that he said was accurate. I understand that you wanted a different answer with a different approach, but I can honestly tell you that everything he said regarding to Palestinian attacking them over there is also accurate. And on the other hand, I will tell you that some of their actions over there is horrendous. It's horrible, and vast majority of Israelis disagree with that, not going along with that. It's not our education, it's not our values, and you need to understand that this is like a very small group of people that causing lots of problems, not only to the Palestinians, to the IDF, to the Israeli government as well. And that's I agree with you that this is a problem that we need to solve 100%. But sometimes when you're approaching to something in a very, I'm not saying that you did it, but maybe someone that gave you the information, looking at it in an approach that is very BS, it's look way worse than it really is.
I did get emotional, Tal. I did, but that's because like I was being gaslit. You know what I mean? But I'm glad that we figured it out. I'm glad, and I'm going to continue to do my research on it. But if it's like a program,
you know what I want the answer to? It's a simple question. There was an article in February that Katz was saying to give them $10 million or tens of millions of dollars, whatever the article said. And that was back in February. I don't know if the numbers are tracked. I assume they are. They should be. But has the crime gone down in those 4 months since Katz said give them a whole bunch of money? So that's what maybe I have to do research on and see what happens.
Listen, Dave, this is not a problem from February. This is something that we deal with years in a different perspectives that also integral in our society. I have a lot of criticism about how we handling it so far. So I'm not someone that's trying to sugarcoat the problem. I 100% aware to the problem, and I'm, as you know and understand, I'm one of the people that have huge criticism to my government because I'm not someone that blindly supporting. Sure. And I 100% think that there's a lot of issues that need to be solved. But when I'm listening to stuff like that, it seems like it's representing us or mocking Judaism in general, or the crazy thing with the cats, it's like in that point, like it's losing my support to the criticism.
Right. No, I get that. But if we look back, and 4 months ago is when that article. If any government is putting tens of millions of dollars into something and the crime is not getting better, then it doesn't make sense why the government keeps funding it, right? I mean, that's just an obvious, and I don't know if it has gotten better. I don't know what the answer is.
Yeah, the government and the country in general, I can tell you that spending a lot of money to deal with this situation, including guarding them, including secure them, and including evicting them eventually from many places. It's not 100% beneficial or efficient, but I can tell you, with all my criticism regarding to my government, that no one is ignoring it. No one is supporting it. This is a problem that even the government itself, well, I can say most of it, aware to and want to solve. They don't want to encourage that. From my perspective, and if I will have a criticism against them, believe me, like for example, if I give you Ben Gvir, for example, I don't think that he really gives a fuck that much. Him specifically. Many of others, yeah, they do.
Right. Okay. All right. Well, Tao, Sajida, nothing but love for you both, nothing but respect for you both, of course. But I'm done with this live. Yeah, I would like answers on, after that February article, did crime go down? I don't know the answer, of course. And whenever I read the headline, it's not like I embellished the headline. Wonderlust, you're in the queue. I'm assuming that's a mistake. But that was, I read word for word what Barack Ravid said. So it is what it is. So maybe we look into the numbers, but I need sleep. So 11 p.m. I'll be back. No more NBA. Knicks are done. And I beg you, go look up where I was yesterday. Just look up Netherlands. Where were we? Dallas. And Houston is this weekend. So compliment 10 people. Thank you, Daniel. Compliment 10 people. I will be back at 11 p.m. Enjoy your day. I love you all. I appreciate you all.